Okay, for everyone's reference, we are the nerds behind Diced Coffee. Coming back to bring you another stream for our Call of Cthulhu campaign, Shadows of Jericho. Before we begin, as is customary, let's meet our victims for the night. Sorry, investigators.
Hi, I'm Jay and I'm playing Corey.
Hi, I'm Audrey and I play Wonvu.
Hi, my name is Philip and I'm playing Norman.
Hi, my name is TJ and I'm playing Bob.
Hello, my name is Heloise and I'm playing Lily.
Okay, new faces. Let's see what happens to them now.
Yes.
Guy.
This is episode 5, called Nowhere to Run. It's going to be very fitting soon. Where last
That
we left
sounds
off...
Ominous.
Of course. Where last we left off, Cor and Wonvu had a bit of an adventure going around finding out things, finding out some family history, and creating just a little bit of a mess in the library. I'm sure that has no consequences to it whatsoever.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Why is
No.
it always the library?
Source of information. Now, you have all basically agreed to aid Wonvu's mother in just checking out some precious cargo that's being delivered by a mafia family to one Aaron Stone's house. It is going to be just about after lunch, right before dusk, when you are about to go around and set off on the spying thing. The three of you, including Wonvu's mother, meet in the Spades Diner. As you get there, you have your coffee. Wonvu's mother Zaria just kind of tells you guys, "Alright, so we have one small problem about tonight.
What's that?
I've secured the proper places in buildings that we need to get to. There's one for me. There's one for Wonvu, Kore.
Yeah, what's wrong?
The problem is that there is a fourth building that we need someone to go into, and there's only 3 of us. At the same time, that fourth building has a few restrictions. It's an important building that we have to be in, but it's a private condominium, and the position that we're going to have to be in is in the penthouse floor. Fortunately, the penthouse floor is under renovation by a construction company. Someone named Bob Stephenson's his kind of construction group, and we can't get access to it.
Z, did you just say Bob?
Yeah. You know,
I know this person.
he very strangely calls himself Good Job Bob.
Yeah, good job, Bob. Actually, he does really great in his job, which is actually appropriate. Hold on, give me a minute. I might be able to do something about this. Calling.
Do you know this person?
Yeah, I kind of transacted with him once. He fixed my apartment at some point.
Bob, you receive a phone call.
I won't ask about that.
Yes, hello, who's this?
Hey, Bob, it's Corey. Remember me?
Oh, hey, Carly, you have a new job for me?
Not in a bit, but not exactly in the way that you think. Remember the favor that we kind of had before?
Yes, I know, I still owe you one.
Yeah, would you mind doing me a favor and giving us a bit of an access to, sorry, see, what's the name of the building again?
Oh, right. It's the... Hold on. I'm trying to look for it. Yeah. It's the Westwood Complex. It's a building, it's
Westwood,
a condominium
okay.
building just on the edge of the Westwood. Just on the edge of the Westwood buildings.
Got it. Yeah, Bob, it's in the Westwood building, top floor.
Okay.
Think you can bring us there?
You do know who owns that building, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of need someone to keep an eye out, and, I'll make it worth your time.
Yeah,
There
I'll
you go.
just keep an eye out, and I'm pretty much sure any information that you're gonna give me will get me into trouble. I'll help you, don't worry. Because I
We will
owe
be
you one.
We will be very confidential about this. No one will know.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a voyeur thing. You'll be fine.
Okay. I'll keep watch, and any information, please don't share to me. I also know who owns that building, and
Don't
yeah, I'm a
worry.
little scared now. But yes,
It's
I'll help
not
you.
exactly about the person that owns the building. It's more of a certain someone is gonna pass by, and we kind of need you to keep an eye out for him.
I told you no information.
Don't worry,
The
it's
less
not
I know,
illegal.
the safer it is.
It's
for me.
not.
I will
It's not
help
the
you.
usual kind. It's just voyeurism. You don't even have to commit a crime, darling. You're gonna be fine.
Okay, I trust you for. See you.
Would you mind if we meet
do-
somewhere
Do you want
in the
some
diner? No, darling. I meant, can we meet in the diner? You know, the one near my place.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Thank you. We'll be waiting here.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
You see, Wanda's mother just has her cheek in her hand. She says, "How do you know so many people?"
Well, it's a bit of a talent, let's say. Part of the job.
Alright. Well, we just
Trade
need
secrets, my
to...
friends.
True, I can respect that. Okay, so I've got the equipment, it's in my car, and around this point when she's explaining what's going on, you see Norman walk into the diner a little bewildered, confused, and very, very concerned. You were not scheduled to meet him today.
Okay. I wave him.
Yeah, we
Right.
Our way back.
Hey, what
Guys,
brings me? What's up?
Yeah.
what happened to the library?
I'm not explaining that one, but that's your deal.
Oh.
I ain't explaining
What do
that.
you mean? What happened to the library?
I was gone for quite a while, and I found out that there what bodies and
Wait, when did you
What?
arrive? I thought I
Sorry?
sent cleaners in. Did
I was about to ask. You sent some people in, right?
I sent cleaners in. What exactly? How?
cleaners?
They owe me big time. We paid for this.
Norman,
Cleaners.
you were not supposed to return to the library. They were efficient, but Norman, you just went there because you were concerned about why Cora need access to the library, given what happened to the last librarian. So you went there without anyone's expectation,
Seems fair.
and you were surprised that there were some cleaners.
Cleaners.
Yeah.
I hope I don't.
We acted in self-defense. They came after us, we defended ourselves, and we didn't want anything left behind, so we called some cleaners.
It may sound
Well-
ridiculous, but he is telling the truth.
Well, next time, if you're gonna have visitors, let me know, and try not to hog all of the fun next time. Okay.
Those calling them visitors is a bit of a stretch. It's more of intruders.
Norman, while you're talking to them, you notice that Cora and Wonvu are sitting next to a slightly older woman, probably her mid-40s, kind of long black hair, a slim dress, very nondescript, and she kind of looks at you and says, "Well," before talking to you, she looks back at Cora. Is this a friend of yours?"
Yeah. He was with us when we went to that bastard's place, and
So
knows-
he knows about mostly everything?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
So,
Pretty much.
Norman, was it? If you're looking for some fun, we could use an extra half pair of hands. How good are you at being discreet and basic voyeurism?
Basic warriorism? Yeah, I'd say pretty good.
You ever seen
I
like
had
a
some-
150 to 600 millimeter lens on a camera? You know, wildlife stuff, but in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's
Um,
pretty much equivalent to a sniper scope, so.
I'm sorry, I thought you were a librarian.
Yeah, I thought you were a librarian.
Yes, I'm a librarian. And I do like
He is.
librarian.
You know what?
Yes, he definitely
I'm
is.
not even gonna ask
Am
anymore.
I?
This.
Am I? Am I?
Sure.
Am I so old that librarian is now an innuendo for something I don't know?
Not really. I just like
Oh my
books
god.
Anyway,
very much.
since you guys know, he knows about everything, right? We can talk freely with him.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
All right. Anyway, Norman, we are looking into more about Mr. Stone, our mutual friend, and he is having something delivered to him, and he has paid quite a large sum to the local Gambini crime family to transport it from the docks to his place. And we would like your assistance to investigate the matter, if at all possible.
Oh,
So we
of
have
course.
certain buildings that we have secured, and each of us will take a point in that building so that we can see the trajectory from the docks going to Mr. Stone's place. Okay? So the thing is, we don't want to be trailing the cars because we don't want to be involved with the Gambini crime family in any way. And so we're going to be up above on certain high-rise condos, towers, and places where you have access to, and just kind of getting a general view of the individual places where the cars are turning to see if they end up in Aaron's house. Do you mind helping out?
I think. Well, not at all. I mean, if it's surveillance and just peeking through scopes and lenses, I can very much be of help.
One moment. Corey, Wonvu, dear. Does he know about the
Mhm.
books?
Oh yes, he
Yes,
definitely knows about the
Well,
book.
not the book, but the books, yes.
Oh,
No.
alright. Well, maybe it's time to catch him up, please, while I go get some
Oh.
more coffee. It's
Yes,
gonna be a long
please.
night.
Oh,
I'll just pull out the big book.
And there's the lag. Wonvu pulls out.
Oh wait, is it lagging? Oh no.
You're good now.
No, you're fine.
Wonvu pulls out. It's a similar book to the ones that you already had, the ones that you've seen before. Similar, except that it's so much thicker. It's like an Encyclopedia Britannica size. And there's only one of them now. With the same kind of cover and the same kind of paper. It's just that there's only one of them. And it's huge. And Wonvu just kind of shows you that.
I don't know
Did
how
you-
it got to this.
did you get another book, or did this one transform somehow?
This is all of the books that we have. All four actually, because I found the fourth one, and now they're all one.
It's just 4 became 1. We
Or
just stopped
became one.
Okay,
asking.
I tried to feel the weight.
Yeah, it's definitely feels like 4 books. 4 smaller books or one
Okay.
very large. It's like the Guinness Book of World Records. It's just huge. Unnecessarily heavy too.
Yeah, fascinating. It's now become an omnibus of sorts. I'm gonna try and view some of the pages, see how it was arranged, and if there's anything.
The pages are all blank, similar to all the other books. They're just all blank. Nothing's really happening with the book.
Okay. Can
Oh.
I look into it and say, I'm gonna peek into it and ask, who were the cleaned up people in the library.
Cleaned up people. Would either of you like to respond?
No, I'm gonna ask the book.
Asking the book.
You get names.
Okay.
It just answers you. It says here Joshua Brown and Jacob Strong. And that's it.
Strong. Okay. Okay. It's still the working book.
Yep.
Okay, I hand it back to them.
I'll see something neat.
What are you showing him?
Which one are you talking about? The water or the book itself?
The water? What water? I still have that phobia of.
Rivers, not
We're
water.
going to.
We figure
Rivers.
out how
Rivers.
to use water.
Okay.
The sewage water. Pump water.
Oh,
The
that
dirty
one.
water. It's that one.
Actually, while you guys are discussing this, you realize that Bob walks into the diner. You see that before he walks in, you see his old Ford F-100 pickup truck just kind of parks on the side. You recognize it, Cord. You see Bob just walking in, just his usual self, very casual, none the wiser of what's going on. But he did insist that he stand by you as you do whatever it is you're going to do at the top of that building, because he needs to be able to make sure that he keeps his job. Bob, you walk into the diner, you see Kore and Wonvu. You recognize Wonvu because he's a private investigator. He has an ad. You recognize Kore because she's your friend. You don't recognize Norman. You've never seen him before. And as you approach their table, you see an elderly, kind of 40-year-old woman sit down with them.
Okay, I'm gonna say hi, Core. Hi.
Hey.
Oh.
Is that
Yeah.
Wonvu? That's.
Yes, it's me.
actually.
Oh yeah, I see your ads. I mean, we have the same placement of ads in the newspapers here.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I see your ads there a lot.
Oh,
You're near the bottom half of the page, and I'm usually the top half. Yes, I would
Yeah.
remember that.
we would see. I would see that. And who are your other friends?
This is Norman, the librarian. Apparently, I'm still questioning that.
Yes,
And
I
this
am
is
the
Z.
librarian.
Bob,
Oh.
when they say the librarian,
Well, he got the
you
library.
recall the news about the old librarian having a heart attack and having to retire early because a certain crazy person pulled a gun on her in the library.
Oh,
You don't
yes.
really know who did that, but yeah, you remember that. It was pretty big news. The librarian was loved by everyone.
Yeah, I know. So you're the new librarian, right? Or maybe-
Yes, just got in a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. People love that librarian. I don't usually go to the library, but
You can't imagine someone pulling a gun on such a sweet old lady. You just can't
Yeah.
imagine someone pulling a gun on such a sweet old lady. Honestly, it's hard to imagine.
I would not imagine
Yeah.
in a million
That
years
was
that someone
tragic.
would pull a gun on her.
What will a librarian do to piss off someone?
Yeah,
What
We
indeed?
will-
Moving on, we have a schedule to meet.
But,
Everyone,
yeah,
this is Z.
I'm glad to meet you. Norman.
Hello. You can.
Good to
My
meet you as well,
name.
Bob.
My name's Saria. You can
Oh.
call me Z. I'm Wonvu's mother.
Oh,
Yes, she's my mom.
wow. You look younger. Yeah,
That's
Z.
supposed.
You look younger, Z. I'm just gonna shake her hands.
Okay. Would you guys like to talk about what's gonna happen tonight?
Yes, I would like, I mean, as small details as possible of what you're gonna do. And maybe you can. So that, I
Wow.
mean, at least I can prepare some stories of what you'll be doing there if something went wrong. Things that you'll be bringing in if you'll be using things.
Oh, Z
it's
just
nothing
speaks up.
incriminating.
Z just speaks up. We're gonna be bringing in some very large camera lenses and some very good cameras, and that's about it. We don't really expect to bring much else.
We
Nothing
might need a
incriminating.
little security though on
Would
the
you
places.
would you want me to bring it with my tools? So that you don't have to. And the other one is, would you like to pretend to be part of my crew? If ever so that
Actually, Z, who's going to be watching over that building?
Which building? The one you're in?
The one that we're going to, the one with Bob.
No
Oh.
one. She just kind of looks at you and says, "Well, that's just you just need to get to the penthouse that Bob here is currently working on renovating. It's going to be empty at night. I'm pretty sure your workers sleep in the bottom floors. They don't really stay in the penthouse, so it should be empty. With Bob's help, if he's going to come with you, it's easy enough for anyone who might drop by to believe in Bob that you're just another inspector or someone who's looking at the layout."
checking for permits.
Yep.
I mean checking.
An
checking-
engineer, I suppose?
Yes. Okay,
Hmm.
that would work for me.
Yeah.
Supervising.
Right.
Oh, what time is it? It
It's
wouldn't be midnight or something.
about 9. It's about
About
9 p.m. give or
Okay.
take.
Would I know if engineers or inspector would be doing some inspection?
Absolutely.
around 9 PM?
Absolutely.
Okay, they still do those
They-
type of things.
They'd probably do for your line of work. They'd probably do an inspection right when after the shift is done. See if there's anything out of place.
Okay, so it wouldn't be that suspicious. Okay, then, I mean, this story would.
It-
no, I'm
It would be
gonna say-
weird, but not something unexpected. It's just not common practice.
Okay.
Sorry, just a minute. Heloise, we can hear your fan. Anyway, go on. You guys can keep going.
Okay, is that all, Corey? That you would need from me? I'll give you access. Anyone who asks, I'm gonna tell them that you're an inspector. All of you, 4 of you?
No, the others, dear, are going to different buildings. It's just that the building you're in, the Westwood Complex, is the most important one. For
Okay,
certain
so-
reasons that I don't think you want to know, so...
Yes. You got the point. You got the point.
Straight
Yes.
access and that's it.
Okay. How long would you be there?
About
9 to
It
10?
depends.
not 10:30 to be safe. It's an hour from where they're coming to where they're going, so about 10:30 is fine.
So it's just Corey that will be go.
With you, yes.
Yes. Just a quick one. Anyone who is gonna, I mean, would they recognize you? If anyone,
Well, the entire point of us staying on
Me?
top of these buildings is because we don't want anyone to recognize us.
okay. Yeah, understood. Got it.
Okay.
Do we already have our materials prepared, see?
Yes, she pulls out a duffel bag. You see very large professional grade cameras and these lenses that are like this huge. Some of these lenses are a little heavier than anything you've ever lifted in one go, Corey. At some point, you feel like this entire duffel bag might weigh about the same as much as you. This entire duffel bag of lenses and equipment might weigh about just roughly the same the same as you weigh. It's really heavy.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Yeah. What time are we gonna prepare, or are we gonna do anything else before we stake out?
No, we just go. And we lost Heloise's video. But
I'm gonna be looking at the back and I say, ooh, treasure chest. Oh, not chest. Treasure bag. Is it Christmas already?
You know what? You're really making me doubt your job.
Christmas just finished. But
Norman.
yeah. Okay.
I've read a lot about lenses, so
She.
I'm seriously doubting that. I mean,
You know what, Norman?
you know what?
Help, Norman. If you help us out, I'll give you a camera and this lens. It's all
Oh,
yours.
you can
and
go
all
bird
that big
watching.
smiles.
Why are they all so suspicious? The people who
Yeah.
look at me are all so suspicious.
Bird watching.
It's not like we're any less
Bird
suspicious,
watching.
dear.
Irish prince.
Zaria looks at you going, it's not like we're any less suspicious, dear.
Well, true. True. I'm just going to have my coffee and prepare for the day ahead. Bird watching seems fun. At night.
Okay. So she lays out a map on the table. You see that the position she's taking is at the very start of the docks, just to get a view of that place. And then the next position is from the docks towards your district, Corey. And then that's where Wonvu's going to be. Norman is going to take a position towards the old district. And then you, Corey, with Bob, are going to be taking the position between the old district and Wolfswood district, the district of the rich and famous and the people of expensive taste. Once they go within there's only one destination, so you're pretty much good. You're pretty much sure they're going to be there. We're going to move on with the night as you all take your positions. Bob, you can bring Corey up to the top floor. None of your men will question you about why you're going up here. It's regular for you to inspect things after a hard day's work. It's regular for you to go up there, so it's fine. You all go to your respective positions. So here's how it's gonna work. Everyone in certain positions will be making spot hidden rolls, and I will start with yes.
Can I ask Bob to help me with this? Basically, I'm gonna tell him the information and keep an eye out. It's just, keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here outside.
Bob, you will be looking for. Actually, Zaria will tell you of a specific car that you're looking for over radio, and the rest of you will be trying to look for that specific car.
Oh, I'm gonna help you to look for the car. I'm gonna look for it.
That's pretty much it.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Don't worry, it's legal. Relatively.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys will position. Yep. You see Zaria is going to radio you as she starts, and she's going to tell you, alright, everyone, in positions. We're looking for a black SUV. License plates are customized. And, well, it's hard to miss. The SUV doesn't look like any kind of maker model. It's missing the symbol, but it looks like it looks like a Toyota. Toyota SUV, black.
Okay.
The wheels are armored for some reason, heavily tinted, and it does have something in the back, but I don't think you're gonna see it through the windows. It's coming towards Norman's direction.
Okay.
Wait, are we already?
Yes, you're
in
positioned.
this already?
You're positioned.
I would have set up a trap in my room.
That's
The
fine.
room that I'm in or something.
That's fine.
And then there's a sign that says, "Do not enter. I have cats. They're all rabid and they bite."
You're on a rooftop.
Yes.
Okay.
Rabbits
Yes,
on the
exactly.
roof.
What if a maid comes in? Just in case they don't want them to get shot. I have a shotgun triggered on the door. I don't want to
Norman,
murder someone.
let's call it a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have spot hidden, so you need to be under 25. Good start to the night,
Yes!
guys. Good start to the night.
Oh,
Okay. 5.
5. Oh,
Damn.
Nice.
yeah.
Good start of a roll.
Norman's never really done this before. Not that any of the others know this, but you're more used to the scope of a sniper rifle than you are to the lens of a camera. But you do manage to pick up through all the different places and all the different cars and the traffic going on. You manage to pick up that black SUV that's heavily tinted with the custom license plating that is exactly as Z described it. And when you pick that up, you give them the go signal. Your job is to tell them where it's going. And in fact, it is heading towards Wonvu's direction.
mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna radio in that. Yeah, it's heading towards Wonvu direction. And it is
Alright.
as what
Right.
Z has described.
Alright, I'll
Wonvu.
keep an eye out.
It's time for a spot hidden from Wonvu.
Alright.
For every failure, the difficulty level goes up for the next person.
I got an 11.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, Wonvu has very little difficulty spotting this car. It stands out. It really stands out around this district because of how fancy it is. Wonvu, your position in the district is a little more impoverished and a little more average to below to bordering poverty line. So a car like this, an
Right.
SUV, heavily armored, heavily customized, tinted, pretty expensive, very easy to spot. You just kind of follow it, and for better or worse, you do find it going through Corey's direction. Wonvu is gone, so I'm going to assume that Wonvu radios this to Corey.
Yep,
I'm gonna
I'm
roll.
rolling. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I got a
I'm
48.
good.
I passed.
48.
I passed.
Okay.
Going to read the person. Alright, it should
Yeah, Wonvu, we already know.
Keeping an eye
48.
out.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
36 on me.
Okay, both of you have the location pinned down. It is Bob who sees it coming first, because there are multiple streets where they could come from your vantage point. So it makes it easier that Bob sees it, and then he says it's coming from the west, and then the car drives through, and Cora points her camera, and she does notice it. And from this vantage point, it is the highest condo, and you are at the penthouse. So you can see it actually moving all the way straight to Mr. Aaron Stone's house. Bob, you notice this too.
Would I know?
You would see this because we're watching it with Corey.
Yes.
With your
How about
lens.
the SUV?
Yes,
Would
you
I
see.
know that
Oh,
something
no.
about the SUV?
You've never seen that SUV before, but it is very heavily tinted, armored, and very customized. Doesn't look like the kind of car a normal person would drive, even if they were super rich. In fact, the car looks like it could. It was meant to do something bad, or it was meant to be something very armored.
Like
That's
FBI type of SUV.
yes,
Or a white van
but
kidnapping
without
children.
but without the sort of symbols or markings.
Yeah,
Just a-
FBI type.
Yep, it looks like you could run it in through a house and it would be fine.
Oh, I'm a Ford guy. I know that would be an F500.
Um,
I have a Ford.
Zaria doesn't know what cars are, so she can't tell. But yeah, so you see the car. The two of you notice and can confirm on radio that that car is heading straight to Aaron Stone's house.
The package has been
And I would-
delivered. Unfortunately, it's with that specific place.
Sir-
Curious, Ecor, I would like to ask you. Yeah, because I did have some. Is that the Herringstone's house, right?
Aaron Stone.
Yeah.
Herringstone.
Call it
Yeah.
Audrey.
I mean,
Definitely
something weird. I mean, I did have a contact to him. I mean, earlier. I mean, something weird happened to my people. I mean, the police the police told me that 4 of my people committed suicide after doing some work for him. And the
Yeah.
police, didn't find anything weird. But for me, it's just too much of a coincidence. I know those people. Yeah, maybe they have some plumbing problems or something, but 4 of them at once committing it. What are you actually trying to accomplish here? I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask.
first of all, I would
Good
like
question.
you to answer this question. Do you want to be involved or not?
Yeah, I'm curious if I want to know about Mr. Heronstone and what happened
Aaron.
to my people. Aaron?
Aaron Stone.
Aaron?
Yes.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaronstone.
And those people were kind of good. They were good people and they were friends of
Yeah.
yours.
I would like to know. The police gave up. The police just said, "Oh, they're suicide." And I would like to get to the bottom of it.
All right. Well, you're up for a treat.
Before you
Wisdom,
guys talk, Zaria just said, are you confirming that the package is with Aaron Stone?
Yep, the package has arrived.
This is a problem. Let's okay, it's a little late. We're tired. Let's meet up in the morning to talk about this in the diner. Everyone just get some
All
rest.
right.
Okay.
Sure.
On the way out, Corey, you may talk to Bob about it.
So,
Let me give you a rundown. We were hired by Aaron Westwood, if I remember
Arthur.
correctly. I can never remember his name.
Arthur.
Arthur
Jesus,
Westway.
where did I even get that name? Arthur Westway.
Heronstone.
Oh yeah. I'm so bad with names. I don't even know why I remember my contacts. Yep. So yeah, we were hired by him, and her daughter committed suicide. So he wanted to know why. So we went and investigated. I was just supposed to be there to help Wonvu around because technically he's the investigator. But so we saw zombies.
So,
Aaron Stone is into some really weird cultist shit. I know I sound crazy, but
zombies are true?
yeah, fuck. We just saw 3 of them. Jesus, that fucking place is cursed.
Bob,
Yeah.
make me an intelligence roll, please.
So intelligence. Ay, ano ba yun? Below 55 then?
Yes, it has to be below your intelligence score.
Okay.
What is your intelligence 55? So below 55.
Oh, sorry. Oh no. I failed.
Oh, that's good. Your brain doesn't fathom what the hell she's saying. And zombies, really? Are we going into movie territory now? Have you lost some brain cells? Your brain doesn't get it. What you think is that she might have seen something. Maybe it was a cosplay that went wrong. But you also get the sense that she believes in what she's saying, so it's best not to contradict
Yeah, I
if you
know.
want more information. But you don't really believe her.
I think I would like to see, but I'm a little scaredy cat myself, but let's just
What do you
see.
mean? Yeah.
I have
pretty
watched a lot
sure-
of series about it. I know how to deal with it, stuck knife into the head, that type of things. Does that
Oh no,
work?
you don't want to be near that thing. That fucking thing is vile. It's literally a walking corpse.
So the series is a lie? The series is a lie?
You don't have to decapitate them to kill them. That's one thing. I mean, we've killed a few, and it just took a few gunshots.
Fuck, you're so detailed for you to just make this thing up.
I'm sorry, but I'm assuming that it's just the 2 of us, right? Because I wouldn't blab about this. I'm probably inside my car. I'm gonna be driving him around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
so you gotta believe me, man. I mean, yeah, if you want to be involved, sure, but I'm not going to. You're gonna see some weird shit. You better be prepared for it.
I'm a little skeptical, but yeah.
Trust me, I was a few days ago, but here we are.
But
So-
yeah, I mean, okay.
Lily, just so you know, you're on mute.
Oh my god.
So, you guys all go home. Bob, you just hitched a ride with Cora to go here. There's no reason to bring your truck to this. You go home, all of you, and in the morning, the next day, you will arrive at the Spades Diner to discuss about everything that's happening. When you guys arrive at the Spades Diner, it's usually Cora and Wonvu are first, followed by Zaria. Cora, Wonvu, and Zaria. Norman and Bob arrive. You guys have your food. You order from this diner. It has a very 50s aesthetic, Bob. It's got these red and white candy stripe aprons, waitresses on sort of roller skates. It's got a very 50s vibe to it. You've got the posters of Casablanca and Marilyn Monroe movies, all the classics. While you guys are ordering, you see Allison, the waitress, who knows Cora. You say, "Hey, Karin, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah,
Privately, please."
sure.
If you don't
How
mind.
are you doing? Are you alright?
She pulls you to the side with her. She gets you to a really deeper corner of the diner where the restrooms are. It's sort of very quiet and no one is here unless they're actually going to the restroom. She just checks inside to see if there's anyone in. She closes it. I need some help, Corin.
Yeah.
There's this girl in school. We're not really friends. I don't really know her that well. Her name's Lily. She's being dragged into Aaron Stone's party today, and I don't know, she seems like a nice girl, and I haven't seen anyone from school go to that party again. Just her, and I'm kind of worried. I know you were looking into him. I don't know what you're doing, but could you possibly do something to help her out? She seems like such a nice girl.
We'll see what we can do, alright?
Please?
We're looking into something, but what time is she going to go there?
After lunch.
I'm gonna check what time it is.
It's about 11-ish. You're having lunch.
Yeah, sure. We'll see what we can do, alright?
Yes, please. Thank
Do
you.
you have the number of this girl?
No, I don't really know her. I have a few classes with her, some psych classes, but we're not exactly close. I don't know her that well. But she's really nice. She helped me with my homework once. I just don't want anything to happen to her. Please, if you could, help her out. I've seen what happens to people who go to those parties.
Yeah, sure. Well, see what I can do. Just,
Thanks.
If you get any information from her, send me a message or something.
She hands you a picture, like a sort of class picture, and she just zooms it in to show you what Lily looks like. Very simple, kind of cute in a nerdy way. Very shy looking. You've seen the type before. Just cute, shy, nerdy sort of girl.
Got it? I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks. Right. I'll go get your
Would you mind
orders.
sending me that photo?
Yeah, no problem. She sends it over. You head back to your friends. Z looks at you and says, "Hey, Karn, what was that about?"
Apparently, another student is heading to a party, and a friend of mine is requesting for assistance just to make sure she doesn't, jump off the roof. I'm just gonna zoom in
Right.
the photo and say it and show it.
Right.
Apparently, her name is Lily.
We're gonna want to... Yeah. If we're gonna help her out, I was gonna suggest the next thing we do is go to Aaron Stone's place and see if we can find that item. It is dangerous, but we can have a bit of a side job and check out this Lily girl, see if we can help her out, maybe?
Yeah.
Are
At
you
least keep her
guys-
out of trouble.
Are you guys good to join us? Norman? Bob?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well,
I've got
yeah.
nothing else to do today, so
I think I have a day off today. Are we gonna go party?
Yes, we are.
Anyway,
Yes, we are.
Anyway.
We're going to a party. We're going to a
we're
house.
going to blend
and
in and try to look like we're enjoying ourselves.
We're going into a house, and there is going to be a party in that house.
I'm gonna lean into Z and say, Z, you know, if we're planning on breaking in, we should probably tell them that we're planning on breaking in.
We're not breaking
'Cause,
in.
you know,
It's an open party.
Well- looking for something.
It's an open party. Rooms are open. If we happen to stumble upon something that catches our eye, it's an open party.
I like the way you think. Sure. Open party it is. I'll
So-
make sure to get my things prepared.
Are you guys in?
yeah,
Alright.
we might find some interesting books there.
Is it anything like the books we already have?
Not really, but my eyes can be sidetracked and looking for something else. But I'm gonna be primarily looking for books, if you get my meaning.
There's something off about you. Can't put my
I'm
finger on it, but there's something off about you.
Why
Tell me
everything you
about
say
it.
has double meaning? I felt there's always double meaning in your terminology that I just don't get.
I'm a private
The
investigator,
Librarian.
dear. I'm a private
Norman.
Norm.
Yeah. And yeah, for some reason I felt like all everything you're saying has double meaning that I just don't get.
Everything that he says is in quotation. In quotation.
Name Librarian when you say it has a quotation.
Library.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I mean,
Because I'd
aren't you the
always
guy?
like to-
She looks at Bob and says, aren't you the guy who calls himself Good Job, Bob? I mean, that could be taken to the wrong way too, you know.
Yes, but in the contrary, he does do a good job. Just not sure which kind.
Good job.
he does good jobs.
Yeah. There's some people in a sketchy street that do the same thing too.
No, they do plenty of good jobs.
Yeah.
Well, look, let's finish our lunch and let's head over to the party. Let's see what we can find there. If we're gonna
Alright.
save that friend of yours, we're gonna have to get a move on.
I'll
I'm gonna
just,
stuff my mouth with the breakfast.
Yep.
I'll just show the photo to everyone so they
I'm gonna
know.
pour some coffee into my flask of alcohol.
Don't you usually pour the
Well,
flask
that's
of alcohol into the coffee? Not the coffee into the flask, but okay. That's apparently a sketch of Lily. Jay, your video froze.
Oh, sorry, let me reconnect.
Oh no.
Actually, I'm just checking some of my friends are checking and we have echo up. That's why I'm looking at the monitor.
Echo? I don't hear an echo, but
Yeah, I mean,
Is that better?
I don't hear an echo.
on this actual
I-
stream.
oh, that's
Just
bad. Still okay. So the rest of you have your food, you eat, and you're heading over to the party. Elsewhere in Jericho City, Lily, hello.
Hey.
You have been dragged into a party by the only rich kid that has ever really become your friend.
Yeah,
He's a
because I'm
the only rich person here. You've made friends with other more aloof people, but the only rich popular guy who's actually bothered to become your friend. His name is Jason Wright, and he's just kind of he has a car and he's driving you and he's just telling you,
Okay.
forcing you to go to his party. It's an open party. Everyone goes there. He just tells you,
Yeah.
come on, Lily, we're gonna go to a party, you're gonna have some fun and maybe meet some people, right? You can't just be with your books all day. It's bad for you. Or something.
Actually, I can. And what am I gonna do there? People don't even want to talk to me.
He's already...
Unless this guy has a cat or a dog.
He has a lot of cats.
Yeah.
And dogs and a bunch of strays that go into his house. Look, it's a party. We're gonna have some fun. Come on, just come with me.
Alright.
He drags you into his
guess.
car. Look, it's about time you had some fun. All right, you've been in the academy for years. You're about to graduate. A bunch of bad shit has happened, but that's more the reason we
Very
need to
sad.
have some fun, right?
Okay.
It's-
That's what's the
it's-
worst that can happen, right? It's just a party, right?
What? Why did you have to say that? Something bad happens when you say things like that. You read a
I
lot.
don't know.
You
I
should
mean, it's gonna be my first university party, and it's not like we're in a movie or something. I guess just don't go into the woods or something. We'll survive.
There's no woods. Is there forest around this house? I haven't been to. Let's go.
It's big
He
enough.
he drives you over, and you see a very large house. It would have been very tasteful were it not for the very loud music that's playing. The music is awful. It's a very, very bad mix of dubstep that just makes it a lot worse. And it's loud. It sounds like a rave party, but it's only like 2 p.m. Sorry, it's like 1 p.m. right now. And it sounds like a rave
Okay.
party is happening.
Okay.
Of your stats, can you see your stats right now? Your
Yeah, hold
PDF?
on, let me
Okay.
check. Yeah. Okay.
Let's make a spot hidden roll. So roll a D100 and you have to go below 25%.
Okay. Hold. Roll 1d100. I don't actually have the dice,
Yeah, just use it as
so it's
digital roll.
It's a 96.
You don't notice what's going on, but it's fine. You don't fully notice. The music is distracting you. It's loud. It's
Okay.
obnoxious. You feel like
Trying to.
there would be 100 noise complaints by now. It's so
Okay.
loud that you can see the windshield of the car vibrating, and you're parked across the street. As you arrive at the party, you go in. You see a bunch of people who are already passed out drunk in the lawn. Again,
Okay.
it's 1 p.m. A bunch of people are passed out drunk at the lawn. You see what looks like a guy dealing drugs. He's got little bags of white powder. He's handing it to different people. People are giving him money. And in general, you just see a lot of odd things going on. But when you get inside the house,
Kind of hope that those passed out people aren't dead. Okay.
they're not
Anyway.
dead. But it looks
Yeah,
like
okay.
it looks like a bunch of bad things are happening right now. But when you get inside the house, the moment you walk in the house, now it's starting to resemble something like a party. I mean, the music's still bad, but there are people just casually drinking with their beers in hand. There are people who are just having a good time. And you can see some
Okay.
people, very specific people, going into the basement, which looks like the only part of his house that is not open to everyone. And now there's a big
Okay.
guy kind of guarding the basement like a bouncer. He's like 6'5", hugely built, muscle head.
Okay.
That's about.
Can I?
Yeah. What do you
Am I
want?
still with my friend?
You
What's his
are.
name?
You are with your friend.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, can I ask Jason? Jason, do you
Yeah?
know what's up with that basement thing? Are all parties like this?
It's Aaron Stone's weird shit. You know, he keeps the basement private, sort of his VIP lounge. I don't even know how he chooses the people who go down there.
Are you friends
Although-
with them?
Friend, I mean, if you
I guess.
apply that word generously and take out a few times when I called him an asshole, and the one time that I socked him in the face for being a dick in class. It's complicated. Here, have some beer. Just grab someone's beer out of their hands and hands it to you.
I guess this is
Friends do that.
alright.
Anyway.
Guess let's drink. I guess.
Yep.
Why is everyone drinking like 1 p.m.? What am I supposed to do here?
You have a beer in hand? Just drink.
I guess you could get wrecked. Okay.
Good
I
job.
want to try to go around.
Yeah,
Go around the place.
you
Then-
can walk around without really looking for anything specific. You just find what looks like a destroyed house. It looks like that if you owned a house like this and your parents got really mad, sorry, your parents would
Oh.
disown you. It looks like
Okay.
that. If you owned this house, your parents would likely
shit.
disown you for everything that's happening here. You hear some very questionable noises coming from a room that's locked. You
Okay.
you see a bunch of questionable people with sort of
Okay.
little bags of white powder being passed around and a brown bag
No
just being given.
candy.
You find a tray of very questionable brownies.
Sounds like a good time.
Um,
Okay.
there
Alright,
is
Can I try
in
to?
in the backyard there is what is called a drum circle. It's a drum and it's burning and there's some sort of weird smoke that's coming out of that, and people are outside just having a whiff of that smoke that's coming out of the drum, and they all look very chill, very relaxed people.
Interesting. Can I try to listen in more on that weird sound coming from that obscure place? I mean, can I hear anything specific on that, or it's just really weird? Oh.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
that kind of weird.
yeah, it's that kind of
Whack.
weird.
I do not want to hear
That
that.
shouldn't
Let's
be
go to the
listened
drum
into.
circles.
I have to ask you as a character, does anything in this house interest you at all?
Well, they did mention that there was gonna be cats around, dogs around. Want to see if it's there, but
Oh, there's
honestly, I am curious about the basement thing.
you want to try to hear what's in the basement?
Yeah.
Okay. You have a listen of 55, so you're trying to roll under that.
Oh, how do I do?
Just roll the 100, and then you have to be lower than a
Okay.
55.
Okay.
What's
Not rolling. Hold on. What? It's a 75. I think this always rolls high.
That's not enough. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the thing. You have, if you look at your sheet, you have a luck of 70. You can remove points from that to reduce the result of your roll. Or
Okay.
you can do something which we call pushing the roll, which means you roll again, but if you fail again, there may be a consequence to it. You can either push it or you can spend luck to reduce your roll. It's up to you.
Okay. I want to try pushing it.
Okay, roll again.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. It got worse.
What is it?
It's an 84.
You listen in first and you don't originally hear anything. You don't really notice
Yeah.
anything. But you just try to move closer. Maybe just a little closer. Maybe he won't notice you. As you move closer, you do begin to hear something, but before you can make out what it is, before you can make out what you hear, you notice that the bouncer guy just looks at you, stops you, and says, "You're not allowed here. Please, just enjoy the party elsewhere, but you can't move in here, you know. Private room."
Okay. Can I go away from there? I
Yeah.
don't think I can take that guy.
You can move away.
Okay.
That's fine. You move away.
I want to move away. Can I try asking around other people, like, if they know anything about Wow, I'm so social. Okay, if they know anything about that. This is why I don't get invited to things.
You don't. You can ask a bunch of people. You will find a bunch of drunk and high people. So not exactly the most useful company that you could keep. But let's call you don't have charm, but try charm. 15%. You have to roll under 15.
Okay.
Maybe
on a dice that rolls high.
maybe next time we get you a better dice roller.
Yeah.
Where can I?
Yeah.
On a side note, where can I buy actual dice? Like
Places like Lazada.
Lazada has.
Online.
Just call it polyhedral dice.
Okay.
But
I was not pretty dice.
Ooh,
what you get?
Oh yeah,
I got a 7.
Nice. You just increased your charm. Yeah, you go around
Because they're drunk.
because they're drunk. You go around.
Yeah. It's because they're drunk.
Mostly you find some drunk people, some useless people, some people who look like they're too old to be partying with a bunch of teenagers in university, but they're drunk and they're high and they're not doing anything wrong. You find one guy, he's a stoner. You can see that his thermos is a bong. And when he extends the thermos, that little handle is the pipe. And he just kind of smokes it. When the moment you get to him, he was just about to smoke. And when you were asking him about the basement, he kind of, what you gather from him, because he's already high and he's just getting higher. But what you gather from him is that some weird things have happened in that basement. People like Alicia Westway, who recently committed suicide about a week ago, about 2 weeks ago. A bunch of students who you remember are students who committed suicide in your academy. The reason that the academy's closed, were all invited to that basement. And then a few days or weeks later, depending on the person, they suddenly just kill themselves for some reason.
Huh.
That's
It's probably either something scary or an extremely bad trip. That's interesting. Okay, can I try
while you're
going?
actually
Sorry.
while you're kind of doing all of that, this is around while you're discussing this with the stoner. His name's Jeff, by the way. While you're discussing this with Jeff, Wonvu, Corin, Norman, and Bob. And by the way, Lily, at the moment, he can't remember his last name. So, Jeff the Stoner. Corin, Norman, Bob, Wonvu, and Zaria arrive. And it doesn't take... You don't know them. But for the rest of you, it doesn't take that much effort to spot out Lily, given that you have a photo reference. No, you got a photo. And you see her... very evidently talking to a stoner.
Yeah.
Well, she's not in the basement.
Zaria just looks at you and says, "Isn't that your friend that you're looking for?"
Friend of a friend of a friend, yes, but yeah.
Well, that was easy to find her.
While you guys are there,
Don't try to talk
Not
with her.
happen.
before you do,
I'm sorry, what?
Lily, before you get a question, before you get another question to the stoner, you receive a text from an unknown number. The text says,
That's my phone call, but okay.
"Yep." The text says, "You're allowed in the basement. Come on in." And the
Oddly convenient.
bouncer looks at you. The bouncer has his phone. He looks at you, and then he just kind of gestures, "You're allowed in," and he opens the door for you.
Oh, your charm works.
Are you going in?
I'm gonna go to my friend. What's his name? Forgot his
Jason?
name. Oh my god, I had a friend. Jason.
Jason, yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to Jason, tell him that, hey, so I don't really know this guy, but apparently we're friends now, and I wanted to try to check if
Did you get an invite too?
I could, sneak you in or something. Oh,
No.
you got in.
Yeah, I got a text just now.
Wow. Well, that's fun.
Let's go.
But there's a weird thing though. Like before we go, So I was talking to Jeff. He's a cool guy. He's into architecture, I think, but he says everyone who goes there eventually offs themselves. So, and I think whatever they're giving there gives a really bad trip. So
Maybe we don't
it's
drink
better if we just
anything?
yeah. But like, don't they say that when cool people offer you stuff, you should say yes? Is that still a thing?
No, Lily. Absolutely not. No, no! How?
I mean, you
This is what
invited
the
me here. I
people
said
watching
no.
this stream will learn.
I hope the children of whoever is watching this is asleep right now.
It's the people who are
10 p.m.
watching, the child who are watching this
I-
stream would learn.
I'm
She's
the child.
Jason's just gonna look, no, absolutely not. I brought you here and you came because we're friends. You don't take drinks from strangers. You don't take drugs
You
from
gave me the
strangers.
drink from that guy.
It-
I didn't even know him.
Touche.
He took his beer.
Touche. It was beer. And
He could have
again,
Corona.
you don't take drugs from strangers. You don't take drugs from strangers. Fair. Okay? You don't take drugs from strangers.
I guess.
Only for friends.
Only for friends. Only if a friend offers you some, don't take it from strangers, take it from friends.
Well, if you're gonna do drugs,
gives you
do it from your
your-
friends.
Dude,
This is
I-
not the lesson we are teaching
That's
tonight.
while we're screaming.
This is
Please
not
don't say
Sorry,
that.
guys.
This is not the
Anyone
lesson.
is listening.
This is not the lesson we are teaching. I hope everyone's children are asleep. So, Lily, you have a bit of a moral conversation with Jason, while Cora, Norman, and the others, you notice that Lily's talking to a guy. They look like friends. They look like they're close. And at some point, you see them heading towards the basement.
Before they go to the basement, I'm going to hold Lily's hand and pull her in and say, "Come dance with me." I'm gonna pull her in.
Lily, you get pulled
Yo.
in by Corey. There are some of the dogs now. Lily,
Did I pass out?
no, but you can turn on your video again. Lily, you get pulled
Okay.
in by Corey, who is pretty girl, a little bit shorter than you, but she pulls you in and asks you to dance for some reason. Jason just kind of raises his hand, and not complaining, gotta say.
Just going to pull her to the dance floor.
Corey,
I'm
you're
awkwardly.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's very awkwardly dancing. Okay, both of you make an art roll for me.
Ah!
Dancing is an art roll.
Can't I just do this in an appearance?
Yeah, performance art.
Art.
Why can't it just be appearance?
You too, Lily. You need to roll a 100. Unfortunately, you need a 5.
I already know I'm gonna embarrass myself.
I'm just
got a 15.
videotaping this.
Do you want to spend
Everybody's
luck on
dying
that?
anyway.
Okay.
I'm not spending luck on dancing.
Lily, what did you
It's
get?
loading. It's loading. It's loading. It's an online site. I got a 37.
Okay, so Lily is
Swaying.
unbelievably awkward on the dance floor. Surprisingly, Corin does a bit of dancing herself. She's not good at
Okay.
it. It's when Wonvu, Norman, Bob, and Zaria look at this, the first thing that comes to their mind, and Zaria will tell the three of you this, guys,
Yeah.
if anyone asks, we don't know her.
That's great. I don't know either of you two.
No, she's talking about Corey. But you guys are gonna dance awkwardly. Corey, what do you tell this girl that you just
Oh, yeah,
randomly
actually-
pulled?
Yeah, I'm going to she's still swaying to the beat, maybe off beat, but still trying to sway. And then I'm just
Don't
going
stop.
to pull her a bit closer and say, "Don't go to the basement.
Why? I don't
You're
know
gonna
who
have to
you
be-
are.
Yeah, I know, but someone asked me to keep you safe. I know it sounds sketchy, but just don't go there. It's a very
Um,
dangerous place."
I love it that you two still
you-
try to dance.
Yeah, we're
like,
trying to blend in horribly, but still trying
Actually,
to blend in.
Actually,
people are like on the floor
among
anyway.
among a group of stoners, drunkards, and people who are high off cocaine, you actually do blend in with your dancing.
We look like we're
Not like
high.
that.
Um,
Alright, what about like my friend? Can he go?
Please,
Should he not
if
go
you
there
care
too?
about him, don't let him
Should I
go to
whisper?
that basement.
Jason is
Okay.
already halfway up the door and says, "Hey Lily, I'll catch you downstairs." And he walks in and the door closes.
Oh, he already. Oh, buddy. What's it up? Can we go get my friend? Is that a thing? Are you gonna be like? Can we go get my
Look.
friend?
If you go down there, there's no going back. Just swaying to the beat.
Oh,
There's
okay.
really no going back from that place.
Depressing
Just
shit, man.
dancing.
I mean, it's just a bunch of people. Can't we just, like, call him back or something?
Um,
Can we try calling him back? He told. Wait a minute, I don't even know you.
Yeah, I don't know you either, but a friend of mine asked me to keep
Why
you
are we
safe.
Safe from what? Bad people giving me drugs? I guess. Yeah, that's bad.
It's not about the drugs. Just wait. You've heard about the suicides, right? You're from this school, right? You look like the part. Actually, not really. Are you from that school?
Yeah, I am. I actually am.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, well,
Shit, I should dance.
yeah, just still dancing. Yeah, this is how we look like. This is so awkward. Yeah. Well, the thing is that, once you go down in that place, you're going to try to. I don't know how to word this in a way. Look, just listen to me, alright? You want to stay alive? Don't go to that basement.
Corey?
Yeah?
Charm. Lily,
Magic?
you're going to be rolling intelligence for me. So D100, 100 dice, and roll under 75.
Okay, I can't hear anybody. You guys are talking, right?
Check messenger.
We are, and we kind of lost your.
Oh crap! Wait.
We lost your video. What did you get, Corey?
I got a 14.
The charm roll finally works for you.
I know, it finally worked.
On people who are stoned? Is Lily stoned?
Lily isn't stoned. Lily did not take a drink.
Ah,
Okay, I'll be right back. I think my
It's
earphones
natural
died.
charm.
It's natural charm.
Yeah. It's natural charm.
Give
I'm
me
back
some
on,
credit.
and I'm
I
finally-
boosted. Hey.
Lily, are you still there? So, your charm
She
worked too
passed
well, and Lily fainted. Okay, so the oddest thing happens right now. There is a little can that just dunk, 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 in the center of the room, and some black smoke just fills up the living room.
I'm grabbing Lily by the shirt and running out to the
I'm
exit.
just gonna look for some fire extinguisher in the house.
Lily, we lost your video.
I think we need to leave everyone.
Yeah,
All
I'm
of
grabbing
you,
Lily and pulling her out the basement.
I think I
Out of
blacked
the
out
place.
for a while. What the hell happened?
Lily,
I think it
very,
was that drink.
House is on fire.
yeah, Lily. There's a bit of a can. There was a can that kind of fell, and then it just spewed out some black smoke.
Oh, that doesn't sound right.
And
That sounds hazardous.
that's essentially a smoke grenade. And
Oh, fuck.
it's time for everyone to run away.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna
I run away.
You all leave. You are at the front door where there are certain people who are too high to actually notice the smoke. And they're just inside
Actually,
there.
you're
Like
echoing.
drag them out for like effect.
There's an echo.
Yeah, I'm going on Lily's and I think it's your headphones.
How do I fix that?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
too.
But if you have other headphones, but or go on speakerphone. But anyway, you're all outside.
Okay.
Someone threw a smoke grenade in the room, and of all of you here today, there's only one particular person you know carries smoke grenades.
Who?
Wonvu.
Damn you, Wonvu.
Wonvu, what the fuck?
And
I
Wonvu's
mean-
gone.
Drinking on the sidewalk, man.
What the fuck was
I'm just sitting there.
Wonvu,
I'm gonna hello.
Bakit lahat ng character mo troublemaker?
pretty much? Arsonist, arsonist, arsonist.
Arsonist. Gas, ano tawag?
Avatar. Soon she's gonna start
the-
spouting fire. Ay, water.
I think I'm going to say right now Wonvu's a little too inebriated to actually say anything. Zaria just looks at you. Lily, they're with a slightly older woman, probably a parent, and she looks at everyone and said, I do not know what's going on in the head of my son, but she looks at Lily and asks, was that your friend who went in? Is he important to you?
Hello, lady.
Are you high?
You need...
This is lady my hand.
Sorry. We're echoing on you, Lily.
Great.
Yeah, I mean maybe you can mute. Then just press it when you're about to talk.
Or turn on speak to press to talk.
My speakers are already on.
I'm
Okay,
just
but-
gonna teleport it. We'll carry out of the house and then
Wonvu, we can't hear you. Lily.
Okay.
Okay, actually, Lily, it's a lot better now.
Hello.
Yeah. So Lily, this elderly woman, about 40s, looks at you and then just tells you, "Look, this is quite literally a matter of life and death. And if you care about your friend, you're going to tell us right now. If you care about him, because someone needs to get him out of that basement. He's not going to come out of there normal." You're on mute, Lily.
I was too drunk to speak, but I tried to. I want to get him out, and he's an important friend to me. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna get him out of there alive though, because there's this big dude who's telling us can't go there. Can we get him though?
Would any of you have an invite? Anyone else? I know you do. Point at Lily.
I have a passive invite. I'm free to go in as I please.
me too, actually.
Okay. Okay. This is going to sound like an odd question, but do any of you carry guns?
I always carry a gun. Legally.
Librarian?
it's
You have a
not-
gun?
What the fuck? Norman, what the fuck?
Librarian has a
Yeah.
silencer.
A librarian has a silencer.
You have a gun with a silencer as a
Yeah.
Because
Gun.
if you're shooting into
Yeah.
the library, you should be quiet.
Yeah, and I mean,
Norman, you're not supposed to bring a gun in the library in the first place.
hey,
Look
the
who's
last
talking.
librarian was shut down.
Wait,
They
what?
need self-defense.
The last librarian.
Librarian was
Now
shut
I'm-
down?
Some crazy lady pulled out a gun on the last librarian. But anyway,
I'm not getting involved.
Yeah,
look,
that
Um,
is
I
the
like that
inherent-
one.
your name?
I
Lily?
haven't returned her books yet.
Sorry,
Oh,
Lily?
sorry.
Lily,
Who
right?
invites their mom to a party? What up?
First of all, I'm not that old. Second of all, there are people in this party older than me. And third of all, we will explain everything. But right now, we
Okay.
very, quite literally have to rescue your friend. Very, very literally rescue. He's not okay
I
down
hear
there.
that.
Personally.
He is in grave danger. I will ask you, because it is your friend, do you want to come with us? I would advise against it. But I also know that people like you cannot be stopped once they have their mind set on something. So I might as well ask you now.
Oh, like your daughter.
Okay, let's go.
Sun, and yes.
All right, let's go. Save my friend from I don't even know.
Why
Lily?
Insulting my mom. By
Lily?
insulting me.
She hands you a 9mm Glock. Do you know how to use one of these?
What?
It's a
No.
handgun. Dear, you hold on to it with one hand. You hold on to the other.
Okay.
You point at whoever is trying to hurt you, and you pull the trigger. Don't point it at any of us.
I won't do it.
I was gonna say.
I'm afraid that she might actually shoot one of us.
I won't shoot. I'll just put it
that I might-
somewhere.
You-
I don't
you-
know.
don't like
You-
it, but sure.
What kind of adults are you?
You bad kinds, but that's besides the point. You've seen action movies, right? You've seen how they handle it.
Yeah.
Same thing, except never handle a gun with one hand. Never handle a gun with one hand. Trigger finger off the trigger unless you're actually gonna press the trigger, and aim it at the person you want to kill. Okay? Use
Yes,
this if we cannot only if we cannot protect you. If something happens to us, use it, but your first recourse is to run. Good?
Okay.
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 Court?
I have a question.
Yes.
Mom, have you actually been down there?
Yes. Once.
Okay.
Mom likes to party.
Okay, so
That is besides the
I
point.
get a lot.
But that is not a party in that basement. That is a lot of shit. A lot of shit that if we are not careful, will screw with our heads.
Okay.
She actually means it both figuratively and literally. Depends on how
Oh.
you see it.
That's a
okay,
weird
so
thing,
I think
but okay.
that's the cue for me to also get my gun from my pickup.
Bob, you have a gun? Okay, you know what?
How big
Okay,
is
it's America.
your-
Of course everyone has guns.
Of course, I should have a gun.
We're going to get so much flack for that comment.
From my, I know. I'm sorry.
We know our rights.
Sorry.
Second Amendment.
I,
So
This
Bob,
session does not reflect our political views.
thank you. Bob goes to his
Yes.
truck before all of you go down. Bob goes to his truck and pulls out an automatic shotgun with shells attached to the side.
There is no way you're going to hide that.
I mean,
Pretend it's a bomb.
In the contrary, I'm pulling out my guitar case from my car as well.
Corey pulls out a guitar case, and it also has a shotgun.
And
Oh,
it's
I-
on the wall.
2 shotguns. One of them is for Wonvu.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing one and
Oh, it's
tossing it
just
to
a
one and say,
surprise you or
"Don't
something.
shoot me with it." Just
Yeah.
tossing it to him.
or
Well, who knows? What if I lean on the wall and it shoots at my head?
Guys, can we
Why would
not
you do that?
talk about shooting high-grade weapons in front of the university student, please? We're here to rescue our
Yeah.
friend, not hurt each
You're
other.
the one who's giving her a gun.
You know what we're dealing with. You know she needs it.
at least the
I'm
students
sorry,
will
also,
Do you
know.
know everyone's
Yeah.
names yet?
You gave a gun to a child.
I'm 19.
You don't get the judge. You don't know what's down there. I may be paranoid,
Okay.
but I am right. Now, I have an invite. Corey, you have an invite? Wonvu? Norman, do you have an invite?
Norman, yes. She
Okay.
I
was
think
very
it's
good.
just Bob that doesn't have a
Yeah, I
invite.
don't have.
Well, it looks like we're in luck
Shall I?
because the bouncer is crying his eyes out from the tear gas that you threw in the living room. Son, what is wrong with you?
Okay, I mean, it worked, okay? I got her out. I'm pointing at Lily.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Corey
If
was
only I had
so
done it earlier,
close.
then maybe I would have gotten the dude out too, you know. The plan worked just not as well I thought it would.
Corey.
Nige,
Yes.
I'm pulling out that micro attachment and then inserting my
Yep.
I'm still chuckling
Stop.
at looking at the librarian with the silence.
The librarian has Pulled
With the
out.
silence.
has taken from his bag an assault rifle with a gun attached to the bottom and takes out the gun and then puts the assault rifle back into his stuff, and he's got a military grade pistol in hand.
Oh my god, does that have any silencer too?
It does. It does.
I don't think a
Yes, it does.
silencer can cut it.
Yeah.
The-
I'm also
You're taking
gonna
your-
open up.
Yeah.
Also gonna open up my coat and I just have like bombs attached to it, like the
Wow.
inner pocket.
Now I'm afraid every time you're gonna say please silent. Please be silent.
Yeah, I'll stop talking in the library. I'm so sorry for last week.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
didn't mean it. I didn't mean to talk out loud. I was just
Yeah.
talking to a friend. I'm
When
sorry.
when a librarian say please be silent and you see a silencer, yeah, that's
It's just
Oh my
there
god.
on top of your desk.
he has
Anyway,
an odd choice of
I
whatever.
hope you
the-
call it the please be
I
silent.
bet he's a Night Vale librarian.
Um,
Definitely.
You guys are gonna go ahead and move to the library, to the basement, to the basement, because
Okay.
the guard is crying his eyes out from the tear gas that someone threw in the middle of the living room.
yeah.
As you
Fun party.
go down and you
And I
enter,
wonder who it is.
you guys are seeing a bunch of people in very luscious and very expensive looking sofas. They have a Victorian feel to them. You've got that wooden frame with the red cushions. Everything looks very expensive, and this place looks like a study area. This place looks like it's got bookshelves with a bunch of books in them. It's a general study area. The music can't be heard from here. This place is actually fairly well soundproofed.
Right.
When you enter here, the people don't notice you. They don't know what's happening upstairs. They can't hear anything. You can't hear the music from here. Can't hear anything. You see that there's one guy, down the basement, going down straight, there is one door, a wooden door, kind of rustic and old. And there's one guy in a very large brown hood covering his face. And he approaches all of you. And he says, "What are you doing here?"
Do I recognize this guy? New guy. Just gonna show the text message. We got him in right.
Alright. And everyone else?
Yeah, totally legit.
Here, listen.
All invited. That's why we're down here.
Like, I have
Bob.
a phone right now, but
Does not have an invite.
I don't have. Oh,
he said that.
yeah. I mean, these four are my friends, and they say it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's
with
the
me.
best.
Don't worry.
Corey.
With us, actually. I'm pointing to both me and Dano.
Corey.
Silly.
Charm. With a bonus dice. Go ahead.
I needed that bonus die. Only to get a bad worse roll. Wait. Actually, I passed. I got a 59.
Oh. He just looks and says,
Yes.
"They are looking for new people. Fine. Go in. Just you
That
guys."
sounds a little concerning.
He opens the door.
Alright, alright.
You guys can go in. He does close the door behind you. As you walk in, you see a room that's made of stone. It's just a bunch of stonework. And in that room, there is a circle made by the similar guys with hoods. And they are circled around a pedestal. It looks like the same kind of pedestal in the church where the holy water is placed. It looks like that. It's a pedestal with a bowl and there's something in it and they're circling around it. You are going to see one guy in particular. If they're in a circle, you're coming from the door, he's the guy who's kind of in front of the door from that circle. He's carrying a mask, and that mask has the same symbol that Kore, Wonvu, and Norman recognize very well. Yes?
Is the guy's stature the same as Aaron Stone's?
Absolutely.
That's our stuff.
He actually does take off his mask, and Lily, you recognize him. Bob, you recognize him only because he's on the news so often about how loud and annoying his parties are to the neighbors, and how many noise complaints have been mentioned, and how often he gets out of getting in trouble for that. You notice him, and he just kind of has this figure. He just looks and says, "Well, I'm so happy you've all chosen to return."
What a music for the world, honey.
I suppose you're here for the party then.
It's a party.
You see all of the guys who are forming the circle split up and form a column. And when they form that column, it leads into the pedestal. One by one, please.
Oh,
Can you see
wait.
the guy?
Where did we put our guns?
It's just with you, I guess.
Oh,
No?
fuck. So we're just bringing it there?
Yeah,
I'm,
it's in a guitar case, right?
I'm assuming the bigger guns were put in the guitar case that Cora is carrying.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a quick one.
We're here to play
Cor-
Wonderwall.
Cora, you?
I'm gonna whisper to Lily. Do you see your friend?
He's not around here.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't really
shucks.
explain what those words.
Is something the
guy-
matter?
I'm gonna
Bob looks like a dick.
go.
Is something the
First, I'm gonna
matter?
look at everyone.
Can we just nab him and go? Or like, can we see what is the room going anywhere else, or it's just one big room?
It's just one big room. There is a wall there, but this will only make sense to Core Wonvu Norman. You don't see a door.
Okay.
It's gone.
So he gestures to the pedestal. One at a time, please. You look new.
Who's gonna go
Looking
first?
at Bob. You look new. I don't recall giving you an invite, but you're absolutely free. Would you like to take
Thank
the
you
first
very much.
move?
I'm just gonna look at Cory.
I'm gonna actually I'm gonna pull on his shirt, just like tug it back. Just lightly. He won't move, but he's gonna feel it. Me tugging.
So
Should I go first and you guys just cover me or something? I mean, I don't really get what's bad happening right now. I mean, if anything wrong happens, just
then I'm just gonna push Lily.
yeah.
Lily gets shoved into the line.
These are not trustworthy adults. Okay, I'm just
She
gonna
wants it. Let her hurt him.
Why don't
victim
you
blaming.
go first?
Victim blaming.
She wants
She
it.
wants
Okay.
That
I'm
She
just gonna-
wants it.
This
Yeah,
does not
let's
reflect the
let her do what
views.
she wants.
This does not reflect the views of any of the players, other than the one who said it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Lily.
I'm just gonna walk reluctantly towards it, looking back at my
When you
newfound
look,
friend.
newfound
Gonna
friend.
go like this.
When you are approaching the pool, they form a circle again to prevent any of you from seeing what's happening to her. You see her body, you see her general body, and you see that she's looking into the pool, but none of you can see how she's acting. They're forming a wall to block off your vision. And it's the same for Lily. You do not have
Can't see my-
vision of them when you look back. Now you're just gonna
Okay.
stay there. When you
What are
look,
we hearing pala?
nothing. It's
Sorry?
actually very quiet in here. Your voices echo. So right now,
they heard everything we said.
no, I meant in the room.
Okay.
But Lily, you look
Mhm.
into this bowl, and very unmistakably, you're a med student. Very unmistakably,
Yeah.
that's blood. That's a bowl of blood.
Can I say
That's
it out
like-
loud?
That's like a salad
Can I
bowl of
say-
blood. Yes, you can. What do you say?
Oh, it's-
All right, fun party, big bowl of blood. Where's my
Just
friend?
look. Everyone's surrounding you, telling you to just look at the bowl.
Okay,
Um,
I pretend I'm looking at the bowl, but that's kind of making me queasy because that came from somewhere. I'm just gonna look
Um,
at my
So you're avoiding looking at the
Somewhere
bowl. Okay.
yes. That's
You
weird
sure
stuff.
you wanna do that?
You're avoiding looking at the bowl. I unfortunately require a stealth roll from you, which is 100 dice, and it is unfortunately for you a d20. Sorry, a d100, and then it has to be lower than a 20.
Yeah, that's to be a 20. Hold on, let me just take a while. I need actual dice, like the cute ones that I always see, like they're translucent. Looks like candy.
You do.
Fun.
You do.
Oh my god, it's a 7. It's a 7.
Oh damn.
7. Despite never having done this before, Lily is surprisingly good at lying to people. She's avoiding.
I have an Asian parent.
Asian parent. Looking at the phone
That's bad.
or looking down away from the blood. You still have peripheral vision, so you can
Okay.
still see a bit of it. You only see a bit of it because you're not looking at the blood. They don't notice, but you see the blood moving and it's changing color, and it's like there's a movie playing inside the blood. But if you're not looking at it, you can't really see what's in it.
Okay.
But you're just looking down. You're not gonna look into it, despite seeing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's
Sounds
very
like
odd.
bad juju.
Very odd, very weird. The lights dim for a bit and all of your visions get blurred. It's only for a second, and as soon as that second is over, in front of the pedestal, just behind where Aaron was standing earlier, is a door.
Yeah.
That wasn't there before. There was no
Oh,
door
God.
there.
Okay.
Lily, make your first ever sanity roll, and Bob too.
Awesome.
Sanity
I'll take this,
roll
okay.
it's a D100 and has to be below your sanity.
Okay. 100. Oh,
I think it's below my sanity.
You have a 70.
What am I? Yeah. Yeah, it's below.
It's below. Okay.
It's a, yeah.
oh, I'm pretty
37.
sure it's
It's a
below
30.
70 for
81.
both of you.
81.
37. Yeah, okay.
81 is for Bob.
Yeah.
Your sanity is 70.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's.
Okay. So, Lily,
Yeah.
you're under the assumption that this is some sort of magic trick.
Okay, cool.
Some
My
weird
best
trick
friend's a magician.
this guy pulled. It's not him doing this, but it is some sort of weird
Yeah.
trick. Some sort of weird ass trick.
Cool.
Bob, please roll me a 1d6 dice.
Four.
Your sanity goes down by 4 points to 66.
Oh,
And
shit.
please roll me 1d10.
1d10.
Him? Okay.
Just him, just
Ako
him.
din.
Yes, no, just you. It's just you, Bob. Lily's fine.
It's a magic trick.
It's
Maybe that's
4.
why this place is so exclusive.
4. Bob,
Yes.
there's something very odd, very unusual, and just pure bullshit happening right now. It is strange. It is bizarre. It does not make sense. And it's starting to annoy you that you're being lied to. Your friends died here. And you're not getting any answers. You're just getting more questions. And it's getting very, very annoying. You are stricken with what we call in Call of Cthulhu a bout of madness. When you lose
Come on.
sanity, you're stricken with some madness. And your madness is extreme violence. Bob rips
Get his
the-
guns.
Bob takes the guitar case out of
Oh
Corey's
my
hand. He is so much stronger than you. He opens the guitar
Ah.
case,
What the fuck?
pulls out his shotgun, and just threatens everyone with his shotgun,
What the fuck?
asking for
I'm
answers.
I'm saying, you guys, I'm just investigating what happened to my friend, and now this.
Oh, this party is not
people
fun.
That I just don't know.
What the
What?
fuck?
Bob's
is
losing it.
happening? Answer.
Some
The cultists, the people in the room, despite being threatened with what is essentially their dooms, because that is a shotgun, are unfazed.
Oh,
You're going through a spree of destruction right now, Bob. You don't have a choice, so I'm going to make you
so I
roll.
have 12 bullets and I just have to kill 12 people?
You have 5 bullets.
Okay.
Please
run
make me. Yes, you can, but hold on. You have the opportunity to run. Do you want to go through that door?
Me? Is there any pillar on the room?
Pillar?
Yeah, like, you know, all
Oh, yeah.
fancy rooms have weird
Yeah,
pillar.
there are
I'm gonna go
some-
behind that pillar.
Okay, you run behind the pillar. That's fine. Bob, make me an attack. Make me an attack, a shotgun roll, which is for you.
It's 4d6. What d6?
4d6 for you to make that shotgun roll.
Wow, I'm not even here
Just
for
gonna
like
look
2
at
hours. I'm gonna
Cora,
die.
I'm gonna whisper to her. I throw another fucking flash grenade.
What did you roll?
9.
9.
Do a
Um,
9.
9. You take the shotgun and you shoot the head off of one of the cultists.
Jesus!
Okay,
fucking
guys.
You still want answers.
It's gonna stay on this pillar.
Everyone's muttering
1.
something in Latin.
2.
No one's
Hey.
answering you. Bob, make
Give
another
them
roll.
answers!
Make another one, Bob.
I told you I know how to count.
Good for you, Bob.
What kind of intimidation is that?
Good for
Do I know how to count?
7. Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, somebody stop this
Bob.
guy.
Takes another,
No.
cocks the gun.
I'm gonna take
And then
the
it says-
guitar case and then put up.
Hold on,
And then hit him in the head.
Hold on.
Before that.
Before that, he cocks the
Yeah.
gun. And he says, "No one's giving me answers." Blows the head off of another guy in the robes.
Do you
That's
my
want me to
classmate.
count again?
And at this
If
point,
I'm gonna hit him with the
Wonvu,
guitar case.
make me a melee attack. Brawl.
Oh my god.
Bob.
Do I see Lily around?
Two people. Lily's hiding.
That was
Lily's hiding behind
Yeah.
a pillar.
just hiding behind a pillar. That
got
guy
the-
was my
I
lab
got the-
partner.
35, but I'm gonna push it with my, I'm gonna push my luck. Add my
Push
luck.
the roll. Add your luck.
Oh, 31 siya. 30.
You have 35 is your. Oh, you want to take out 4 points of luck. Okay, so you're down to 44.
Yeah, we don't
31,
wanna die here.
31 siya nakalagay dito.
You have 31, so you take out 4 points to make your 35 a 31. So you're down to 44 luck.
Yes.
So
Yes,
after
yes.
Bob fires the second gun, you see Wonvu just take Corey's guitar case and puts Bob out.
Ow.
Hold on. There is consequences to what you just did. Wonvu, make me a roll of 1d6.
What?
1d6, please.
Wait, how much, sorry?
1d6.
D, this is
Wait
D,
lang.
right? D.
D is the dice number.
No, like A,
Napalitan yung
B,
7.
C. Yeah.
Fucking hell, Bob.
1d6, Wonvu.
Yeah.
Pull out some
So
more
I'm down,
dice.
actually. I'm down.
You're down.
No, you're unconscious, but I'm rolling for how much you want. Actually, Bob, roll me a constitution.
Got a 5.
Bob, you unfortunately will suffer 5 points of damage.
Okay.
So you are
Hey,
down.
Bob.
You're
I failed
down
it.
to 7 health. That hurts. You failed the constitution, so Bob is knocked unconscious. He's bleeding from the back of his head from Wonvu's strike. That's a lot of pain.
Wonvu.
Um,
That's not
Norman,
good.
grab him.
you see Norman
Shooting
is
people.
AFK, but yeah. You see that Norman just grab. Well, yeah, I'm gonna NPC Norman for a while. You see Norman grabs him, completely confused as to what's going on. You see Aaron just kind of look and says, Interesting.
Who does that? Okay.
Interesting.
It's like she's normal.
I'm running towards Lily, grabbing her by the hand and just running while holding my gun on my side.
Yeah, can I also first aid this guy who just got shot or who just got?
The guy who got.
I'm a med student.
The guy.
So what happened to him? No, him. What happened to him? No, what happened to him? He just got. How did he
Shot.
get hurt?
He just got whacked on the head with a guitar case.
Oh, okay, yeah, him.
It's
What's his name, Bob?
damage
Yeah.
For a guitar piece.
It's a metal. It's a hard case.
Okay.
Yeah. And all the adrenaline from that. So can I first aid him?
Or first
maybe
aid.
later.
Later you can, but
Okay.
We're gonna run away.
but you see,
Wait, what about my friend?
you got a few more problems right now. But you see Aaron pull out a gun.
Oh fuck.
It is a Desert Eagle,
What the fuck?
and he
Who's he
says,
pointing it at?
anyone who's trying to move. No one's leaving.
Good thing I'm unconscious.
Not yet. Not yet. At least.
You piece of shit.
You can.
You caused all of this trouble and now you're unconscious.
No one's leaving.
I
Not
said,
yet.
Okay.
At least.
All right.
You're all staying
Is
here.
there an after party?
Oh, there very much is. You just cost me some useful people. But I would have preferred to stay alive. That's rather inconvenient for me, unfortunately. And when it's inconvenient for me, well, I tend to get annoyed. So, why don't you all step into the room? And there's a guy that opens the door. Drag your unconscious friend with
Someone
you.
carrying my body.
Yes, Norman. Norman is carrying your unconscious body.
Don't worry, we got
That's
you.
a strong librarian.
They're just asking.
He carries a lot of books.
Yeah, he carries a bunch of books. So, do you guys go into the room?
I'm looking at Z, waiting for her to do something.
Zuria is nodding at both of you. Like, just kind of go along with it. Just go along with it for now, kind of look.
That's coming.
She's going with you. She has to.
Good. Oh god. Okay.
Um,
Just gonna go walking.
you're all gonna move. You're gonna follow the order to kind of go into that room. As you go into that room, you can see Zuria's very carefully pulling her gun out. Tries to shoot Aaron. This is a contested roll. Hello, digital roller. Okay. Okay, so here's what happens. As soon as you guys open that door, Zuria is the last one to go in, or the last one to look like she's walking in. You guys enter, the door hasn't closed. Before she actually enters, she turns around, points her gun, clocks Norman right in the chest.
Norman?
Sorry, Norman. Aaron. Clocks Aaron right in the chest with her gun. Aaron gets a shot at her. Also in the chest. And she drops. So does Aaron.
Oh.
The rest of the cultists don't seem to be armed, so what do you guys want to do?
Oh fuck! I'm running for my goddamn mom, man.
You guys have not entered the room. Sorry, Lily, you're mute.
Okay, so, well, clearly, we're gonna have to, like, help the mom, I guess. It got shot, but we haven't entered the room exactly, right?
No,
Or it
you have
hasn't
not.
closed yet?
No, you have not.
Okay, so,
But they
Okay,
just
like-
heard the shot, right?
Yes.
oh, we just heard it.
You
Okay.
saw. You
Oh,
saw her
okay,
get
we-
shot.
we all-
You saw this woman
fuck.
this poor woman got shot and she's bleeding out. You guys, no one's coercing you to get in the room now, so I'm asking what all of you do. Let's start with who's got a dexterity of 70.
That's how do you
It's
do
my
that?
It's just the top part of the PDF.
Me.
Okay. Corey,
Oh,
what's
no,
yours?
Right?
65.
What is Lily's dexterity?
70.
70. Okay. Lily,
Yeah.
you get to move first. Actually.
Okay.
What would you like to do? Wonvu's mother has just been shot in front of you. Aaron Stone has
Okay.
also been shot. All the cultists are going around Aaron Stone. What would you do?
Okay, so I'd like to try to help out the mom, but also want to keep an eye out if anyone's also trying to shoot me. Can I try to bring what's her face with me?
Corey?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Corey,
So I'll
do you
try to
go with?
persuade the mom.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
protecting Lily.
Because of the damage that has been done to her, it needs a medicine roll.
Okay, I
Um,
think I have that.
You can first aid and it will keep her alive, but you'll need to do a medicine after. First
Okay,
aid is kind
sure.
of to make sure to stabilize her. Medicine is to kind of keep her alive until she gets to a hospital. So first aid
Alright,
first.
Can I
cool
help?
beans.
Lily, you need to
Okay.
watch. You need to keep watch.
Okay. Just having my
Wait,
gun out.
Do I need to like roll something or something?
Yes. You will roll a 100, and then it has to be lower than your score in first aid.
Okay. Hold on. Wait, my tablet is slow.
AFK really quick.
Oh, wait! Don't turn off
Okay,
your
I
video,
managed-
please. Never mind.
Hello?
Yeah,
Okay.
Go on.
Sorry. I got an 18 for first aid, so I think that's good.
18 for first aid. Yep,
First aid is 60.
that is perfect. You keep her stable enough, but before you get to do the medicine, let's ask
Okay.
Cora what she does.
I'm going to I turn my back on her, make sure that I'm looking at the cultists, and I'm just going to scream at them and say, "Where's the other guy? Fucking answer me, or I'll kill every single one of you."
Please keep a gun on them. They are
Yeah, I'm
they are
training the
guys
gun.
armed. Okay.
Which gun do you have? Which gun do you have?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to pull out my
So handgun.
shotgun, so I'm just using my Desert Eagle. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's make it intimidate.
What intimidates my name?
Let's say that is the roll.
Oh, 20. Okay. So, can I push it?
You can,
Not even sure if I want to, but
or use
I'm
luck.
pushing it. Nah, it's too high. Oh,
What
I
is it?
got a 29. Kind of.
On a pushed roll. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, Norman.
God, why is my Wi-Fi so slow?
Norman.
Okay.
Thank
What there
goodness
is-
you're back, because there's a lot of things that just happened right now.
Yeah. Exactly when we
Um,
needed the scary librarian, he disappears. Okay.
Yeah.
So Norman,
Don't worry, I'm on stealth mode. I'm so quiet.
Norman, some bad things have just
Yeah.
happened. Some really,
Am I stable?
no, so Norman,
Yeah, I can hear you.
some really nasty things have just happened here.
Mama
First of
got
all,
shot.
Bob has lost his mind and pulled out a gun
Okay.
and just shot 2 cultists with a shotgun.
Oh, sorry.
Secondly, Wonvu has knocked him out by whacking. Sorry.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the thing is, I'm down.
Yeah. Secondly, Wonvu has knocked him out. Okay. So one recap. Wonvu shot. A cultist was shot. Okay.
2.
Yep.
Mhm.
Secondly, Sorry. Secondly, Bob is down. Wonvu knocked him out. Third, Zaria shot Aaron Stone, and Aaron Stone also shot
I
Zaria.
don't know. Yeah.
And fourth, Lily is trying to stabilize Zaria, who was shot in the chest. Now, Corey, You got 29. One of the cultists takes off his hood, looks at everyone, and says, "Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! I did not sign up for this. Holy fuck! He's inside. He went in there. Okay, he went in there. Jesus fuck! I'm out of here. I'm gone." He just takes off all his robes and he bolts out of there. But he mentioned that Aaron is
That's my classmate.
down, schoolmate.
Yeah.
But he's inside the room. Lily, you can make a medicine roll now.
Okay.
Norman, what are you gonna do while this is all
My
happening?
medicine roll is. My medicine is
Okay,
51. Okay.
so-
Got a 41. That's good.
Hold on. Lily, what did you get?
I got a 41. My medicine is 51. So I think it's
Good. Yeah, absolutely, very good. Yeah.
Who
So
needs first aid?
it's done. Lily first aid
Okay.
and medicine check, and Lily stabilizes Wonvu's mother
Mom.
for the meantime. For the
Yay,
meantime.
yes.
So what happens next is that who is next here? Norman, what will you do while all of this is going on?
I'll check if there's any threats within the area.
The cultists are all running away. Aaron
Oh, nice.
is dying from the gunshot that Saria
He still
threw
has
at
his
him.
gun, though.
Oh, okay.
So what are you going to be doing?
Okay. I'm gonna look at Aaron and ask him.
He's-
So
He's dying.
he's dying.
He is absolutely dying.
Is he able to speak?
Not when he got shot in the chest.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Maybe he has something on him.
Lily,
So
would you like to proceed to try and find your friend?
can someone go with me? They said they're in the room.
Cord, it
okay.
seems like Norman's pretty capable of handling the situation.
I know what's inside that room, right? It
You-
wouldn't surprise me anymore.
What's
If
in
anything-
the room?
If anything has changed in that room, it would.
Okay.
If anything changed in that room, it would.
You know what? Fuck it, let's just go. I'm just going to go with her.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Um,
Have your
So
friend
I
and pull him
guess-
out.
Okay. So,
Okay.
I guess we're going to.
I'm gonna ask Wonvu, do you still have any flashbangs with you?
I'm just gonna throw him a couple. I'm just gonna give him some flashbangs.
Oh.
I have like 5, I guess, in my throat.
Wonvu and Norman, you are free to leave with Wonvu's mother, who's been shot. If you
Is
want.
she stable though?
She's been stabilized by Lily,
Mhm.
but she needs a hospital ASAP.
I'm gonna look at everyone who wants to stay, and I'm gonna say, I'm going to the hospital. I'm so sorry.
She
Norman?
know how to drive.
No, she does
I'm gonna
not.
go and help. Okay, I'm gonna go and help get Jason out of that room.
Aaron?
Jason Derulo.
You mean Aaron?
Yeah, Aaron? Oh, is it Aaron or?
My friend.
Aaron Stone is the guy the cultist leader. Wonvu is... No, sorry. Jason is where Lily and Corey are going to. But Wonvu is taking his injured and dying mother to the hospital. Norman, where are you
Okay,
going?
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help out.
By the way, and I'm lying on the
Wonvu's
ground.
And Bob is lying on the ground.
Pick him up!
Yeah,
Pick him
people
up!
forgetting me. Someone hit me in the head and I'm
Bob-
dying on
Bring
Norman.
him to the
Norman.
ambulance or something.
Norman.
Bleeding.
Oh, are you still bleeding? I'm sorry.
Norman,
Skull, man.
Norman, do a first. You can do a first aid on Bob. You can make a first aid roll
Okay.
on Bob, please.
We're sorry, Bob.
Crackhead
You're
Bob.
the best.
Crackhead Bob.
Oh, good. 46.
46. Okay. Bob, you awaken from unconsciousness as Norman has seen, for some reason, is very good with first aid. He's seen something like this before. He wakes
In
you
a
up.
library.
People
In the
pass out
library.
Finals week.
in a library.
Finals week. Every finals week.
Bob, you're okay now.
Finals week.
Bob, you know now what's happened. Bob, you're fine now. You've mastered yourself. You can't believe what you just did, but
Oh.
right
I
now,
apologize for who I am as a person.
right now, Aaron Stone is dying, and you guys need to go because Wonvu's mother is also dying.
God,
And-
what?
You're in no condition to be doing anything.
Fucking drive me. I'm just carrying her, man. I'm just dashing out the door and carrying her.
Bob, you're the only one who can
just
drive, Bob. Yeah.
I think we just run because I just killed a lot.
No, blame it on the alcohol. I don't know. It's
Blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a valid defense in court.
yeah.
Why do you even have a shot?
Bob, please make a drive roll to see how fast you can get to the hospital. Because you're the only one in this group right now who can drive.
With my head just
You were first.
just a
First aid. First aid was applied. I'll give you. You're a construction worker. You've had worse hits on the head.
oh fuck, that would fail.
Hit by hollow block.
I'm sorry. What did you roll?
In the head.
It's really high, 98. My god. We're gonna crush. I blame the guitar
I will.
case.
I'll.
Leaving him alone.
I'll give you.
Oh my god.
I'll give you a bonus dice because Norman can help you navigate. I'll give you a
Okay.
bonus dice for Norman. So bonus dice means you roll another percentile, and then you take the lower percentile.
Okay.
Can you get another bonus dice? Because I'm yelling at him with urgency. Like, drive.
It doesn't help if you're
That
yelling
might
at
make him roll worse. But-
Yeah, it's gonna
Why
make
didn't-
him roll
Yeah,
worse.
it's 86.
Why didn't you guys call an ambulance instead?
It's not. Yeah, actually, why didn't you? It's not.
Yeah, why didn't you?
Okay, so
Because
Are all
hold on.
adults like this?
The-
Bullshit.
Here's what happens. The drive roll.
Ambulance gets there later.
This is Bob's car. So the drive roll is not to see if Bob can drive because he knows how. This is to see how fast he can do that.
Okay, I'm afraid I'm
He's not. He's woozy. He's injured. He's bleeding. Perhaps if he wasn't hit on the head with a large metal object, he might be able to do this better. But for now, Bob is driving at a very simple pace, following the traffic laws, not exactly doing much to, obscure it.
I know all the law that I'm gonna follow this night. It's the traffic law that I will obey.
Oh, it's a red light. Stop at the red light.
Um,
Oh my god.
Wonvu, you can take over at the stoplight, so you can make a drive roll. But this is the last
Yeah.
person who gets to take over.
Can I also check if Wonvu's mom is okay?
She's stable, but you do not have the
Okay.
medical expertise. You know how to stabilize, but you don't have the medical expertise to determine what's going on. Wonvu has disconnected.
27.
20,
Oh, no, I got 27. Hello?
27?
Hello?
27? Okay, good. Wonvu drives a lot faster. Your F100, Bob, you never knew that your truck could go this fast. You can hear a bunch of Bob's tools in the back just gung, 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 as Wonvu drifts in a pickup truck. Just drifts aside, honking the
God.
horn at everyone, putting the hazard lights on, almost runs over a few old ladies. We'll get back to that
Yung
room.
wang-wang na din ako eh. Ako yung wang-wang eh, just going
We
Ikaw yung wang-wang.
we'll go back to that. Corey and Lily, you go inside the room. It is the same.
May wang-wang.
Corey, it's the same room. Nothing's changed. Aaron is looking at the water. Jason is looking at the water. Lily, you see Jason looking at that water very intently. It's very quiet here, and for some reason, this is a basement. It looks more like the inside of a cave. You swear when you look at the roof you can see stalactites? You think? It looks like the inside of a cave. There's a weird looking reflective pool in the center that Jason is looking at very intently. He's just staring at it.
Grab your friend and go.
Can I try to like? Okay, are there other people there? 'Cause-
Just the two of you and Jason.
Okay.
He
3, right?
yes.
Where's-
When he
Okay,
just
okay.
the two of you and Jason. Jason looks at holy shit. He just moves back. Fuck. What the fuck? What the
Okay.
Your friend and
Can I
let's
try
go.
to? Okay, can I try to grab him?
Lily?
First.
Jesus. Fucking Christ, Lily, what the
It's okay, sweetie. Let's talk about this later. Let's just get out of this weird cave. Caves aren't supposed to be here. This is New York. Let's go.
Jeez.
Can I forcefully take him out of there? I think I have brawl.
You can make the brawl roll.
Okay. My brawl is 70. Wait, no. No, wait.
The nerdy student has a brawl of 70.
Yeah, I have a 70.
Yeah.
Because I got
No.
So
bullied
many
in
questions.
school. Okay, I got a 28. I
J-
rolled a 28.
Jason's very frantic right now. He's just, Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck is going on? And then Lily, you find that while you are very good at certain martial arts and training, you're not that strong. So
Yeah.
you can't really pull him aside. So what happens is, because he's panicking and just screaming his lungs off, whatever he saw in the waters did a number on him.
Okay.
You can't pull him to the side, so you, in a very desperate attempt, judo flip him onto the ground.
Alright, that'll.
That is not be bullied in school.
Aaron,
I never get bullied in school.
yeah, the last bully got sent to the hospital. Aaron is Jason is unconscious, but you guys can drag him out now. The two of you, between the two of you, are enough to drag him out.
Okay.
When you drag him out, what you see is, when you get out of there, is Aaron Stone at the pool of blood. He was by the time you arrive, it looks like he was done. He just finished whispering something into the blood. He looks at you with a smile, and you can see that he's already bleeding from his mouth. He's got blood coming from his mouth here, and you can see that Lily, your medical training would tell you as a med student, when someone's bleeding from the mouth, they are generally in bad shape. Something important was hit, so he's not going to make it. But he just smiles at you with bleeding from his mouth. It's far from over. Shoots himself in the head.
Are the
Oh,
other bosses
damn.
still there?
That's
or
some
they all-
Kurt Cobain move. Just
Everyone's
getting
gone.
killed. Everyone?
Everyone's gone. There's no one there. The cultist, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Lily to grab your friend out. I'm going to look
Okay.
if there are other things that I can take.
Around here, make a spot hidden. Lily, you can kind of help. You can put his arm around your neck and just drag him out of here.
Okay. I guess I do that.
I
Cor-
passed.
Spot hidden pass. Okay. Is it normal success or hard?
I got a 33.
Okay, so just normal. You look around here. The only thing that looks like it's worth taking or has any sort of value is the mask that Aaron was wearing. The mask with the symbol that you recognize. And it is a very
Okay.
gilded mask.
Shoving
Okay.
it in my jacket and
Um,
running with it.
You shove it. Before you run, Aaron's body starts to move.
Oh god.
Fucking zombie again. Holding my gun and double tapping him.
Before he gets up, make a handgun roll. With a bonus dice, you're technically point blank.
Got a 40.
Okay, regular success. You take two. Make a second one because
On the
you're. Yeah, make a second one if you're double. Wait, just one bullet. You're not. I thought you meant you're shooting two. So you're shooting one bullet to the head, right?
Alright, double tap.
Was it enough to, like, I mean, it's a Desert Eagle, so it would be enough to blow his head out, right?
Yep. I just thought you were
Yeah.
gonna shoot 2 bullets.
Just one.
You
Just to make a point.
so you-
Yeah.
Make a
like,
point.
fuck this
no,
guy. I hate
so-
this guy.
the only person that sees this is Corey, because Lily, you've already left with your friend, and you see that when you go
Yeah.
past to the second room where there were people in the lounge, they're all gone.
Oh god.
They heard the gunshots and they left. You see glass on the floor. They just dropped it. They
Yeah.
just abandoned it.
Some
Corey,
sort of turf war.
yeah, Corey, you see the body. His head's gone. Clean off with a 50 caliber Desert Eagle. Just splatter. So Corey, you splatter his brains. You can now leave.
Yeah, helping her
Um,
drag him out.
I will say that as a criminal, your gun is untraceable, or at least not registered, so they can't find
Yeah,
the bullet to you.
Definitely not.
Corey arrives to help you out, Lily, and you heard the gunshot. So you don't. You heard the gunshot from the back room. You don't know what happened, but Corey is just helping you out. You bring Jason into Corey's car, and you guys bolted out of there. So, as you guys all leave, it is where would Lily and Jason like to be dropped off? Because Jason's still unconscious after that very expertly done flip. You're on mute. You're muted.
Oh, sorry about that. I guess there's no school anymore, right? Because it's closed down.
Still closed.
Okay. I guess usual place. I don't know any place right now, so let's just go to my apartment, I guess.
Okay.
If you come
Sure.
through.
Her apartment is a few blocks from Cora's. So the three of you go there. Cora, are you gonna stay by them or just drop him off?
I would like to talk with her while I'm driving.
Okay. You guys can talk for a bit.
Hey, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, remember when I told you that you're gonna die in that basement? It wasn't exactly, an exaggeration.
I
Although
think, like,
the shotgun thing was Bob's fault. I don't know what the fuck happened there. It's just, I didn't know he has anger management issues. I didn't know. I really didn't know. I'm sorry about that.
okay, but what do you know about that place? I think that place is more than a bit creepy. Like bowls of blood? Cinematic bowls of blood?
Dude,
I mean, it's
haven't you seen the
2020,
cave? The cave.
but it could be an eccentric thing. Like, people pay for different stuff. People want to make their places look weird. I
Yeah.
mean, but people
But-
don't just shoot themselves like that.
Yeah.
And then he shot himself. That was fucked up. Do you think it has to do anything to do with the suicide?
It has everything to do with what's happening in your school.
Even
Yeah.
if school's gone?
I meant the suicides. You would know about them, right?
Everyone knows about them. I mean, everybody with Twitter knows about them, but you're not that old, I guess. So, I mean,
Yes, I have Twitter. Wait, actually, no. Yeah. I used to have Twitter, but my point is that Aaron is responsible for whatever the fuck is going on in your school.
do you think it's done? I don't think he says it.
Well, I shot him in the head. If he rises up from that, I don't even know.
I don't know, like, don't you watch anime and movies like Transfer? But I don't know. Like, maybe something else is up. Maybe it's just not him. Reanimation shoots.
Yes, I do watch anime, but
Too much stuff's happening. Do you think it's over though? Because
I hope so.
whatever invited me to go there, I didn't even know Aaron. I'm just scared that it'll come back for us. It's fucked up, man.
It is.
I just want to graduate and pay off my student loans. Didn't sign up for this shit.
Well, neither did we, but we're stuck here. Wanna hear a crazy story?
I guess.
You wanna be involved in this shit? I mean, I think you already are, but yeah, anime, right? You watch anime, right?
You're saying that in such a yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I watch anime too. It's fine, but the point is,
Condescending way.
Yeah.
no. She's trying to make. I'm trying to make a point. Yeah. So I was just going to say, yeah, you watch anime. I watch anime too. Remember, the shonen anime that we're gonna save the world and stuff. We're friendship and we're all fighting to defeat the greater evil, kind of.
That's what
see?
Aaron said, but we all know what's happening. But sure, I'm down. I guess. I mean, if anything, I think I'm less protected than you guys.
Yeah. I can't believe you're not surprised that I'm actually trying to tell you that we're saving the world. Just
Actually,
if someone told this to me, and would blow my fuse.
actually, that's a good point. Lily, make me an intelligence roll.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Okay.
In Call of Cthulhu,
No, good
there
job.
are bad things that happen when you're smart.
Ah, shit.
Look at me.
Okay.
Look at
Look at
me.
me. I'm not that smart.
I lost a lot of sanity because I'm smart.
Okay.
There's an
so
angry
let's
dog
go.
barking.
Board?
It's a neighbor fight. Let me just hold on.
It's fine. Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
and you're
Kill the dog first.
It's fine. So what did you roll, Lily? Unmute, please.
I rolled a 29.
Oh shit.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Lily studies your speech pattern, looks into your eyes, tries to see. Actually, there is a roll for this. Lily, make me a psychoanalysis roll. Now that you passed the intelligence roll,
yeah.
the threshold is 71.
No, I mean my psychology is 70.
No, psychoanalysis is 71. So you need.
I
You're
got
gonna-
a 13.
Okay, so here's what happens, Lily. You realize in yourself that Corey is not lying. You realize in yourself that Corey believes what she's saying, but you also look at her pattern, how she speaks, how she carries herself. Corey, I'm assuming you're not making an effort to look like you're lying this time. So
Yeah, I'm
When-
telling the truth, so I would
so when-
want to look like I'm telling the truth.
So when you look at the way she moves, the way she carries herself, her intonations, the way she speaks, she's 100% telling the truth. And
Okay.
she may be a little out there, may have a few screws loose, but for the most part, she is saying the truth. And you don't know what that means, what she means by save the world. So if you want to ask her specifics, because what she's saying is the truth, but it's also very weird. But that's what you
Alright.
get.
Okay. So
So-
I'm gonna ask her about it and like save the world. I mean, I get that you saved all of us there, but if there's something that you wanted to prove in your life, I don't know, if like you're going through some stuff right now that you want to make up for. If you think that being able to help you is gonna help you in the long run, then you could tag me along. But save the world, 2020. What are you trying to say?
Actually, the world is gonna end in 2021. And I do a lot of illegal things and things that I'm not exactly proud of. I don't regret any of them. So this is not me trying to make up for all the shit that
No?
I've done. This is just someone dragged me into this and there's no going back for me. That's where I am right now. Now if you want to join us, save the world, or whatever glorious thing that we're supposed to do now, just well, welcome to the club of retarded heroes. I don't really. I'm so
You can't
done
say
with
that
this.
word.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm sorry. I'm frustrated. It's been a long day. You've. You know what? Let's just talk about this when we get to your apartment. I don't think anymore, and I'm probably gonna lose focus in driving. Just
Um,
yeah.
because Wonvu is having problems, let's go to Lily and Lily's apartment. Corey, you're walking them up to their apartment, correct?
Still
Alright.
holding my gun on my side in case someone's
Okay.
waiting for them or
Okay.
a ghoul comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so do you want to...
Lily, do you let him into your apartment? Let her?
Yeah.
Okay. When you let her into your apartment, you open the door. Nothing looks weird. There's someone in your kitchen. He's not
I
moving.
doubt it's my... Oh god, I doubt it's my mom. She's all the way in California. That's weird. Can I keep my gun ready?
Yes. Corey, make me
After everything that's happened.
that's good. Corey, make me an intelligence roll, Corey.
Succeeded. Actually, let me check if it's a hard success. Actually, I don't even know if it's intelligence. Yes, it is a hard success.
Corey, the way that thing is standing, that's another ghoul.
Fucking hell, they tracked you all the way here.
I'm sorry, they what? Who?
Lily,
You know this guy?
you have the highest dexterity. You don't know what that thing is, but what do you do? As there's something in the shadows standing on in your room, in your
Okay.
apartment.
I call out to it, because like any regular person, like, hey,
Yep.
what are you doing there? Who are you?
Don't.
Corey,
my
what's your
house.
dexterity?
65.
Okay, you get to move first. As Lily kind of screams, "Hey, who the hell are you?" What do you do?
I'm rushing forward. I actually am just going to like move so I can have like a proper look and just aiming my gun.
Make the roll. Aiming or shooting?
I'm sure that it's a goal, right?
Absolutely.
Do I see how far is it from me?
By the time you move, you can move as close as you want to it.
It's usually slow, right? I would assume that it's slow.
They've been slow so far.
Yeah, I'm just I'm just moving so I can have a clear shot. I'm just going to
When
aim
you
first.
move closer, you can see the rotting features on half the face.
Am I seeing what's going on?
Not yet. You stay where you are
Okay,
as
thank
Corey
goodness.
runs there. Shoot, Corey.
Yeah, I'm shooting.
Make the roll. What was the roll?
Will aiming ano ba? Will aiming give me
It gives you a bonus die on your next turn, but he gets a turn and disrupts your
okay
aim.
on my next turn.
If he
Wait,
hits
I'm
you,
not close enough to.
yeah, he can
actually, I
close
would-
the difference.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I actually failed. I'm going to push it.
Okay.
Can I?
Aiming at him, you can. You risk something bad if you fail.
I mean, at the very least, she's not in my line of sight, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
You are in an
that's fine,
apartment
I'll take it.
complex.
Ah, shoot! It might go through fucking wall and shoot someone in the head.
That's a 50 caliber bullet you're firing.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I'll
it's 4
just.
p.m.
It's fine. I'll just stay.
You have a bonus dice for getting that close. This is I'm assuming if you're willing to go to point blank range.
Not within arm's reach. I'm probably going to go like
Point
15
blank
feet away.
is half your dexterity. So
Sorry, half my dex.
point blank range is half your dexterity, so 30 something. Point blank
I
range is
guess, yeah.
always at arm's reach.
No, I'm not gonna go in point blank. I don't want to be near that.
Okay, so you failed
I
the
did
roll.
fail.
Are you pushing it?
No, I'm not gonna push it. I'm just gonna.
Okay, so Lily, when you call out to whoever the stranger is, Corey just runs in front, aims the gun. You're gonna need some new cupboards and cabinet doors because she just shot it. She missed,
This is already pay for it.
but Lily, this is the unfortunate thing. This thing approaches you, and it's starting to fall apart.
So what?
It's looking at you and it's approaching you. It's ignoring Corey. It is rotting. It's got gray skin. It's half its face is rotting. The eye is falling off and hanging by a nerve. This thing is dying. It is a zombie. Make me a sanity roll. Make me a sanity roll.
Oh, hold on.
Go ahead.
It's taking a while.
This thing is just kind of approaching, looking at you, and it's going to try and take a swing at you. I'll roll that.
Oh shit, I rolled an 82.
Make me a 1d6.
1d6.
Just roll the 6-sided dice.
Oh, hey. I can... 1.
Oh, you only lose 1 point of sanity.
Nice.
Okay, so you see what is in front of you is a shambling zombie creature, just half its jaw is about to fall apart, and it's going to try and swing at you. I need you to roll me a d10. 10-sided dice, please.
Yep. D10. It's a 5.
Okay.
Am I dead?
Lily, do you have any particular faith? Any particular faith, religion, or anything you believe in?
This scarab, no, I haven't thought of that.
Or are you an atheist? Or agnostic?
I guess we could go with agnostic for this character.
Agnostic. You're seeing something that should not exist. You are seeing an undead creature, an abomination. Something that you've always been told doesn't exist.
Okay.
For a brief moment, you feel like the only thing you can really do is pray. This thing
Yes, I believe.
Suddenly, you just have this compulsion to just pray as hard as you can, because this thing is a demon of some sort. It is a living embodiment of fear and just something that shouldn't exist. And suddenly it feels like maybe heaven does exist, maybe the hell does exist, and you, for a brief moment, you become a zealot, and you just start praying to gods, to all the gods, hoping that this is just a dream. This thing will take a swing at you. I need you to make a dodge roll.
For an agnostic, that is just so bad.
Dodge.
Sorry, 100, right?
So
Yes,
weird.
and your dodge is 35.
I rolled a 19.
Nice. So this thing has its rotting hand, and it's mostly your bones, mostly bone and muscle, and you just run aside. This thing tried to slike you, and you moved aside. It's back to you. What do you do now?
Okay, where am I placed exactly into the
You are at your front
apartment?
door.
Am I
You're still at the front door.
inside?
Inside.
Am I?
You're inside.
I'm trying to think. Like, is it better? Is it? She asked earlier if it's slow. Do I know that, or do I?
You know what you know in media. Zombies are slow, but based on how it's walking towards you, it was moving rather slowly. You dodged it fairly easily.
Okay. I think since Cora that's her name.
Corey.
I should write that down. I'm so sorry. I'm bad with him. Anyway,
It's fine. Same.
so since I'm at least still on the door, I'm gonna try to go outside of it. I think it's easier for me to run from there, and easier for Cora to just do her thing, I guess. So can I try to get out of the apartment?
You can
and
move
have
as
my
far
gun
as you
with me?
want. Yes, you can move and carry your gun. Bolt, run out. Okay. Corin, when you missed the shot, the thing was already moving towards Lily. Tried to take a strike. Lily's faster than she looks. She leaves the apartment, and you have
Run from bullies.
You running from bullies. You have a shot, Corin. You can try to take a shot if you want.
Yeah, I mean, since she ran, I'm going to dash to the back of the ghoul. Then I'm just pointing it on his head. Make sure that... I mean, I'm
Point
guessing
blank.
his attention is still towards the door.
Point
where
blank.
Lily left. So yeah, I'm shooting him in the head from the back.
Okay, point blank. Bonus dice.
Yeah, I made it.
Okay. You take your gun aim it at the ghoul. Roll me the 3d6 damage, just for the sake of following the roll.
Yeah.
Actually, no. At point blank on the headshot, that's full maximum damage of 18 plus 3. Yeah, that ghoul is dead. You point it at the back, and his head splatters on an apartment complex. A desert eagle with a silencer is not very quiet.
Yeah.
Lily,
Welcome to New York.
The librarian would know.
Jericho City is in New York State. Lily, you just shot a corpse. What do you do with it?
Okay.
Sorry, Lily, a corpse was just shot in your apartment. You see if it's dead behind you. You can move back in now with Cora
Okay.
safely.
That's so casual.
Well, I mean, it is still your apartment. So, Cora, what do you do?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to ask what the fuck just happened. Just trying to confront her, like, what was that? What is that thing? Why did you not seem surprised? Why is it in my apartment? What the fuck?
One at a time. First, I'm not surprised
First,
because
what
I
the
already
fuck?
saw 3 of those before. We all tried to kill them. They all tried to attack us.
Okay.
So, just that. Second, it's in your apartment because if I can't believe I'm telling you this, but we're supposed to drink water that would prevent people from tracing us. And unfortunately, you haven't drank that water yet, so they are going to find a way to trace you. So until you drink that water, those are going to follow you. And third, yes, you do have a dead ghoul in your apartment, dead zombie in your apartment.
Should I call the cops?
I
mean, I don't think I can stay here. I think my neighbors are gonna ask
Yeah, they're gonna find
what
out.
just
You should go.
happened.
I'll take care of the cleaning. Just
Cleaning.
fuck, everyone might have heard of it. Oh shoot, my fucking bullets are in here. Ah,
You need to clean up the blood in the hallway immediately.
Yeah.
Whatever's in
Clean
the
up the
room
blood.
whatever's the room is fine, but you can clean up the hallway blood immediately. There is a CCTV camera in the hallway. Someone needs to take care of the security who's watching this happen.
you know what? Clean the mess. I'll take care of the cameras. Just where's the security room in this apartment?
Bottom floor.
It's usually, yeah.
Do you happen to know how to tinker with that thing?
I mean, I only know as much as the average guy. Maybe we could watch a YouTube video on that. I don't know.
That's a smart idea. Yeah. Just clean it first. Drag your friend somewhere where he won't see the dead guy, the zombie, and just go to the cameras. Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Lily, you can start cleaning the blood from the hallway.
Yeah, while I think about life and what the fuck just happened, never going to parties ever again.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Corey,
Only
there
take drugs
is
from your friends. Yeah.
Corey, there is the security guard. There's a security room. When you open it, the guy who's watching the monitors is actually asleep. Just.
I feel safe. I feel safe living in that complex now.
Yeah. Security is great. I still have my taser, right?
Sleep.
Sorry.
Even if he's asleep, there's still a high chance that he might see the camera, the recordings, and I don't want him to see us dragging an unconscious body in your room, and then suddenly
No.
blood splatters out of your door.
He just randomly, no, I don't want more. No, just get away from me. Get away from me. No.
He's dead.
No.
Do I see CCTV cameras around this room?
I'm sorry, mother.
Do I see cameras around this room?
Yes, you see the panels and you see where the tapes are.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going behind him and tasing him in the neck.
He's asleep and defenseless. So he has
I mean,
no way
yeah.
of stopping that. You put the
not in the
taser.
neck. Sorry, just tasing him somewhere where he would just get knocked out. The next
You-
seems brutal.
Anywhere.
Too harsh.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
So you tase him. He can't defend himself from that. He absolutely cannot. You just.
I
And
guess this is more of a moral issue.
he drops to the ground.
Wait, oh shoot.
He drops. You tase him. He drops. He's on the ground. What do you do now?
I'm
Think
going to
about what
open the
we've done.
YouTube video on my burner phone and watch how do you delete recording.
Let's call it computer use with a bonus
Ah,
dice.
sayang, I had 30.
By the way,
Yeah,
if
that's
it
why
takes
I was
him near
asking.
the brain, would that kill him?
No, that's why I chose a different part, just enough to knock him out. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It's okay,
thought
we can revive him. I'm just gonna rock myself back and forth. Like, what the hell is this girl doing? Not that I
Yeah,
know
I
what's
don't-
happening, but
Failed.
How bad?
Not enough. I know, just 60. Just 60.
6-0.
Yes. A
you
real
wipe
bad.
out the entire system.
You can't really figure things out. There's a YouTube video, you try to follow the instructions, but it's confusing. Security systems have different methods, different programming, different layouts. You just can't find the right video.
Can I help her out?
I'm gonna
You
do
don't
something.
know. Yes.
I don't.
What?
Do I see the CPU?
Yes.
I'm going to rip it open and destroy everything inside.
As a
This
criminal,
girl.
you are wearing gloves, correct?
Definitely, always. Destroying everything.
You have. Make me an idea roll, please.
As a criminal.
Destroying everything.
I
What's
like
that called?
how you're introducing
When
yourself.
all is,
I got a
when all
4.
is fate.
Destroy everything.
The recordings
Destroy it.
go into tapes, not the CPU.
What kind of
I'll take the
complex
tapes.
do I
I'm
go
sorry,
to?
I thought it's like more than saving in the friggin' hard drive. Yeah.
So you
I'll
rip
just
out the tapes?
Destroy the tapes.
Yep.
Yep, I'm ripping
you
the tapes.
you rip out the tapes,
I thought
destroy
it was
whatever.
like a hard drive thing.
With a 4, I'll say that you know how to destroy the tape enough that it cannot be traced or cannot be repaired, and you just smash everything. So there's a tased security guard and destroyed tapes in an apartment complex
That's-
where a gunshot was
You
heard.
might as well have shot him.
Wait, he's not good in his job. He's sleeping.
Yeah,
he's
but
sleeping.
what I'm saying is,
Disturbs
no,
him.
no, no.
Can't
What I'm
say
saying
that
is,
because he was tased.
I'm so fucked, aren't I?
no, no, no. What I'm saying is, there's a tased security guard in an apartment complex with destroyed tapes where a gunshot was heard. What does that sound like to the police?
There's a crime that happened in this place.
And someone's
There's
covering it.
literally Yep, and someone's covering it.
So the two
definitely.
of, so you're covering the cleaners, correct?
Yeah, I'm calling the. Actually, yeah, I'm calling the cleaners. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling the cleaners. I should have called the cleaners before I
Lily.
destroyed everything, but fuck it.
In your apartment, there's a knock on the door. Tuk, tuk, tuk.
Oh, fuck.
It's one of your neighbors. It's
Oh, okay.
It's Mrs. Jensen. She's an old woman who usually lends you some sugar when you need it, or some baking
Oh,
stuff.
sweet
She
old
just says,
lady.
Oh
Okay.
fuck, he's
she
dead.
talks and says, "Dear, dear, are you all right?
Yes, you-
I heard a loud bang outside. I thought, are you all right, dear? Do you need me to call the police?"
Oh, what's her name again?
Just Mrs. Jensen. Mrs. Jensen.
Mrs. Jensen? Oh no, I was just watching a lot of what do you call that? I was just, playing video games. It's okay, it's what kids do these days. Putting everything on loudspeaker, It's what we
Lily,
do.
you should have put some points in this, but make me roll fast talk.
There's a fast.
Yeah,
Oh.
deception.
5%, Lily.
Doubt.
I'll be
You know,
nice.
we
I'll
should
be
have
nice.
switched positions.
I'll be nice. Roll charm.
Okay.
Let's call it charm.
How do I?
Charm. Just 100 and lower than your charm roll. Charm stat. And then use a bonus dice because she's old.
How does that work? How do I do that?
Sorry. You don't have dice, right? Just roll a 100. And then you need to be below a 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Or else this old lady will die at the hands of Core.
Hey.
I'm not killing everyone indiscriminately. I'm
I
not
can't-
like you.
Wait, I can't see. What's the number? Oh my god.
I rolled an 8.
Oh my
Oh
God.
damn!
yeah.
Look at all
Lily
these video games.
Lily is a very, very charming girl. She just you hear Mrs.
What can
Jensen.
I say?
You
I'm a
hear
university student.
you hear Mrs. Jensen just say, "Oh, okay, dear. Don't play too many video games at night. It'll destroy your eyes. You should get some
And your
rest.
drugs.
You should get some rest, dear.
Okay,
You see-
I'll join you for dinner next week.
Thank you, dear.
Love you.
I'll make you your pie. I'll make you your favorite pie." You hear some other neighbors just saying, "Mrs. Jensen, what happened? Is something wrong? I heard a gunshot." "Oh, it's nothing, dearie. It's just sweet old Lily playing those nasty video games that these millennials like to do."
Look at all these millennials.
She's doing the lying for you. Corey, you called the cleaners. You can head back
I
up to
call
the
my
room.
cleaners. I'm just popping on my glasses and just hiding myself.
You can head back up to the room. For the rest of you,
Are they still trying?
no, they've been in the hospital now. Corey, I just need to ask passively, what do you tell Lily? Or sorry, Lily, what questions would you have, and what would Corey need to answer? Or
Okay,
basically,
first we need some. Like, I wanted to know what she's been doing up till this point. What water is she talking about? Is she okay? I mean, like, mentally? Or, like, what fuck was that? Basically, I just want to know answers on what
That's what the
do I need to do to prevent
sanity
this?
is.
we will downtime the information. Actually, go ahead, Corey. Explain
The water
everything that she was asking.
Yun na naman.
Go right ahead, Corey. Explain exactly what she's
That's
asking.
literally Cora's extraction. Like, god damn it.
I had to lie to an old woman today, okay? I had to lie to her.
Look, you're gonna do so much worse. I just tased your security guard downstairs. What? He was sleeping. He's incompetent. Anyway.
He was sleeping, so
Yeah, he deserves it. He's incompetent
Wait,
and
he
he
was
deserves it.
He's sleeping on a job.
Yeah,
Sleeping on a job. Learn from the librarian. He knows how to shoot a gun even as a librarian. That's what you call
What?
overqualified. I'm kidding. Yeah, I had to destroy the evidence. I may have done something wrong. I destroyed the tapes. I didn't leave any trace. It's part of the job. It's what I do. Anyway, I'm calling the cleaners right now. They're going to clean up this. Well, am I okay psychologically? No, really. I don't get what the fuck is going on. It is. I'm losing my shit.
Do you want to talk about it?
You know what? Maybe someday. I have a therapist. I don't think my therapist believes in me. She thinks I'm going crazy, which isn't exactly. I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore. But yeah. So I'm not fine, but I'm trying my best just to get this thing over with. Yeah. Yeah.
Lily,
Psychoanalysis on this?
actually, you absolutely can roll psychoanalysis on this.
I will look psychoanalysis. What am I? I'm 71 or
Yeah,
hold on.
just need to go under a 71.
I need faster internet. This is okay. So I got a 70. So
That's
I
good.
borderline believer.
Actually, what you get from that is
Okay.
she is telling the truth, and she is reacting how you think you might react if you have been seeing this for a while. This is the first time you've seen this, whatever this
Okay.
is, and it's taken a toll on you. And she looks like she's acting the way you might if you have seen this for a few days now, if you've been seeing this every day now, trauma.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you have alcohol in your apartment?
I actually do. I have a lot. I'm a med
Not that kind of alcohol. What am I?
Kids these days. Kids these
You're a fucking college student. How do you not have a bottle of Jack Daniels in your cupboard?
Corey, spot hidden.
Okay.
I mean, my roommate might have some. I don't know.
I'm too distraught to see anything. I failed.
What did you roll?
I got a 68.
Okay, you don't really notice.
God damn it, Norman, no.
You don't notice, but yeah. So Lily, it's getting late, pretty late. Let's say that Core will give you answers tomorrow when you've gathered with everyone else, specifically Norman and Wonvu, who can give more light to this. Okay.
I'm going
Core?
to offer if she wants me to stay in her apartment to keep watch because another ghoul might show up.
Yeah. Do you think I'll be able to sleep like this? The answer is surprisingly, I can't.
Try to get some rest. I'll keep watch. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it helps, we actually do have alcohol in the fridge. Help yourself out. It's my roommates, but I don't care.
No, I think I need coffee more than alcohol. I'm trying to stay up. So
Is that we have?
There are 2 people that arrive in your apartment, Lily. There's a knock. Cleaners.
Who's that?
Come in.
2 guys in janitorial outfits come in. They start cleaning everything. They look at the body like it's part of their job, and when they look at Core and say, "Hey, Miss Bennett, you second call of the last 3 days? You into some business fair or something?"
Few people are after me. It's just it's fine.
If you're gonna
just do your
be,
job,
if you're, Miss Bennett, if you're gonna be doing this for a while and you're gonna be needing our services more often, I can give you this, and he gives you a coupon.
Thanks, I might actually need it. Yeah, I'm just keeping it.
Yeah, Miss Bennett, sure. You just call us when you need us. We'll take care of this. Don't worry. 30 minutes tops. Gotcha. I gotcha.
I'm just sending the payment through my phone.
Yep. Lily, these 2 guys in janitorial outfits are cleaning up the blood very expertly, bleaching the floors and putting the corpse in the body bag, and they just ask, "Hey, Miss Bennett, you will you be needing this, or should we straight to the fire, clean this, the usual?"
Burn it.
Got it. How about this? She shows you the bullet fragment.
Destroy it. Make sure no one knows.
Alright, Miss Bennett, you got it. I'd like to say it was nice doing business with you again, but don't think you're having a good day.
Think you can take care of the one downstairs as well. He's not dead, but unconscious. Is that part of the thing? Can I pay you bonus for that?
No, when you say take care of him, Miss Bennett.
He's gonna kill another guy.
He doesn't know that he didn't saw me, so we don't have to kill him. Just destroy it.
Destroy?
destroy his legs.
Miss.
I already destroyed the tapes because I kind of panicked.
I'm sorry, Miss Bennett. We're normally more subtle than this, Miss Bennett, but I'm not really reading what you're telling me. We handle this sort of thing, not a beating heart living sort of thing. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah.
No,
fuck it. I'll just make some calls.
I got a cousin in NYC that does that sort of thing. He can off anyone you need right off the price, But
I can take care of it myself. That's fine.
All right, Miss Bennett.
Just have it clean.
No problem. In 30 minutes, these dudes clean up your apartment, and it is spotless.
Is this normal? Is this normal? Is this the new normal?
Corey?
Yeah, nothing new is happening. Everything is
Am I
fine.
gonna have to like live in this apartment for some? Was that even still human?
That person. I think so. I mean, we shot Aaron. Aaron got shot in the heart and he started moving right after that. He shot himself in the head and he still started moving.
Okay,
Am I here or am I at the hospital? with my
you're at the
mom?
hospital. You're at the hospital. Speaking of, while you two, Corin and Lily, try to sort things out, Wonvu, make me a luck roll while you're still here.
I'm gonna get some food.
Oh shit.
Make me a luck roll.
Does it have to be under?
It has to be very much under. Difficult.
Okay.
So 22.
27. I can't push luck, can I? Ah, shit.
You can't push luck. The three of you arrive at the hospital. Wonvu has broken every traffic law in existence, has almost run over some people, probably ran over a rat,
I'm about to break down.
goes straight
You're
into the
about to
hospital.
be
Break the law and break
Wonvu
down.
does not stop at the sidewalk of the hospital. Wonvu goes straight in there through the sidewalk, beeping people out of the way. He stops. The guards try to stop you. They see that you're carrying a body in your hands. They see someone is dying. You're carrying him inside. Wonvu desperately goes to some of the people. The nurses drag them over. You guys arrive in the hospital, drag the nurses. All of them rush inside as fast as they can. They see a gunshot wound. They see someone dying. They rush them straight to VER. You see them in the room. They're desperately trying, and there's an uncomfortable silence as the three of you are waiting. You're not allowed in the ER. You're uncomfortably waiting. There's a silence. The doctor, you see in the ER as you look, and then the doctor just comes out. He just tells you. He takes off the doctor takes off his surgical mask. He looks at you, Wonvu. He tells you, Mr. Rabinovich, you are this woman's, according to this son?
I'm gonna nod.
I'm sorry, we did everything we could. The wound went through the lung, punctured it. Whoever tried to help her out did a good job. She was alive long enough, but she was dead on arrival. We tried to revive her, but I'm sorry, sir. We'll give you a minute. And
I'm gonna put my hand on Wonvu's shoulder and say,
Yeah.
buddy, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Been a weird night.
lots of things have happened. Terrible things. Wonvu's mother is gone. She was dead on arrival.
Hello?
It may have been a combination of the driving bumping her wound around, or maybe she just didn't have a chance getting shot in the lung. But she is gone. The three of you know exactly who's to blame. Bob, even you know, you have a sense of clarity that something about that kid, something about that basement triggered you past your limit. And you don't lose control like that.
Just a quick meta question. Would it feel good while I'm killing those people?
That's up to you.
Okay. Just like if I
You
get
were-
triggered like that, would it feel good or
You were
something?
overcome by rage, but how Bob
Yeah.
feels is up to you after that rage has subsided.
Okay.
While you
kala ko
guys-
parang controlled pa din.
While you guys are, it's gone, it passes. While you guys are here in the hospital. You say your goodbyes. Whoever's Christian can go to the chapel. You say your goodbyes to Wonvu's mother. Papers need to be signed, but that can wait. You guys will stay here. Comfort your new friend. Because he needs it. Just lost his mother. Uncomfortably, all of 5 of you have the sense that this, whatever this is not yet over. And that is where we end tonight. Let's wait for Wonvu to return.
Yeah. She's gonna have a delayed reaction. I'm crying now.
And this ends our game for the night.